Live.
The little red marker says live.
Hello, internet. Hello, interwebs. And it says we got 0 watching. I know that's a lie, so that's got to be a glitch or something. It's weird.
I think it takes
Somebody's trying. Yeah, we got to get rid of this. They got to get rid of this. Damn. So basically, it's that alert that's telling me somebody is trying to jump in and they can't fit. Pretty much the way I have my screen set up covers the top half of our icons here. It's kind of annoying. So hopefully they'll switch that. Yeah, it says 15 now. Caught up. Okay. So, hello, interwebs. What's going on? Happy Sunday. Yeah. So I got 6 in the panel because that's all I can hold, and I got a bunch of people back in the green room, I guess we'll call it, and apparently more people trying to jump in. So as people drop out, if I don't do it automatically, if you're back there in the back in the green room, back in the prep kitchen, we'll call it the prep kitchen, let me know and I'll bring you up front. As people get tired of this, which they always do pretty quickly, they start getting nauseous, and if they don't have a barf bag with them, got to go to the bathroom or something, then we'll throw you up front here, and more people will filter in, I'm sure. So let's see who's out there. Got 16 watching. Let's see who's out there. Jason Stewart was number 1. What's going on, Jason? Or that's actually, hold on, stupid ass top chat. There's like goofy little things, man. It's so easy to forget some of these things. So Jason Stewart, Snob's wife, blokes out there, 7 wonders. Dude Esquire, hello, brother. I hear you're a new viewer. What's going on? I apologize in advance for the show. Arctic Fire, Fine Ape, what's going on? Obnoxious Gizzard. Patriot, what's going on? Auger Mama, what's happening? Budget's out there. Kinky's out there. If you hear a little background noise, don't mind it. The wife and the little guy are still getting ready for bed. Wheeler's Beef, what's going on? Ozzy's out there. Moo's out there. No cows allowed. What else we got? Calaveras is popping in there. D-Temp, Tread. What's going on, Tread? All right. And in here, we've got Obnoxious One, Glimtech, Rich, G-Webs, and Gizzard for right now. And like I said, I'm sure people will filter out as these guys pass out from embarrassment of being on the show. But some bitch, Midnight Moo says. But Obnoxious, what's going on, buddy?
Not much. I'm just holding on to this giant GunTube patch here.
Keep on keeping on. Yeah, look at that thing. It's fancy.
Thing's freaking huge.
Freaking huge. It's huge.
It's huge. It's huge. It's really huge. It's such a huge, great patch. It's really great.
Huge. Well, I'm glad you got a huge patch.
Mm-hmm.
How much was that? Like $100?
Oh yeah. Well, I got it at 50% off, so it was only $50, and now he's got them for like $25. It's almost a deal. I mean, if you're gonna go over and get them, now's the time to get them.
Can't beat that.
I'm doing all right. Thanks for the invite.
Good. Absolutely. Glimtech, what's going on?
No, not a whole hell of a lot. Thank you for the invite.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime.
It's been an interesting week.
Yeah, for sure.
It's been an interesting last 48 hours, even more so.
Yeah, I was going to say, not even a whole week, huh?
Yeah, just pretty much on the last 48 hours, it's been interesting.
Yeah.
So we'll have to clarify on who that one was, the Elizabeth Warren fan.
Yeah, I'm sure I did not get to hardly do any research. Got up this morning with a little dude. We had a long day at the park. Then we went to get some barbecue and went and saw Godzilla again because it was at one of the inexpensive theaters. We're like, let's go see it again. He loves God. He's super into Godzilla right now. So it was good. And it was good. It was great. I don't know that I've ever seen a movie twice in a theater. And I think this might be the first time I've ever done that, and it was good. It kept my attention the whole time, so that's cool. Rich, what's up?
Not too much. Just had a show before yours.
Yeah, I saw you were live. How'd it go? Anything interesting?
Yeah, we just talked about silliness mostly. Decided we weren't going to talk about the last 48 hours because everybody else has been talking about that all day and all day yesterday. So we decided to do something different.
Yeah, it's for sure a hot topic, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I know Yankees chat had that kind of as a theme. I didn't get a chance to watch any of it, but we'll see. I'll try and watch it tonight or tomorrow and see what happened.
Yeah, I asked the panelists before we even went live if they wanted to talk about it or if we just wanted to do something else, and we all just agreed not to discuss it.
Yeah. Giz, what's up?
Not a whole lot, man. Just living the dream here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for the invite.
How was the show this morning? I know you were going strong for quite a while.
Going strong. Kind of had to bail out a little early because I had an unexpected visit from my daughter and my son-in-law. So,
oh yeah, damn kids. Damn
I knew
punks.
they were coming. I just didn't know they were coming that early. So, and they wanted to go out for lunch. I said, "Well, we were past the 3-hour mark." So I said, "Yeah, we can call it." So.
Are you like looking, like peeking in your window, like, "Hey, what are you doing in there?"
No, I heard him trying to get the front door open, and it's like, well, pretty sure it's not anybody I'm going to have to defend myself against.
I was going to say maybe that's not such a hot idea for him. Yeah,
I wouldn't recommend trying to open my front door, but hey, go ahead.
You weren't Porky Piggin, were you?
I don't do that during my show, unlike Midnight Range.
Oh, snap!
Ouch!
I portly pig. That's different.
That's what I thought he said. Yeah.
Gee, what's going on?
None of that stuff.
None of that stuff. I thought that was how the Daily Gun Show went. I thought to be on a Daily Gun Show, you had to be Porky Piggin. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I might have heard wrong. And you got to wear a monocle. Auger Mama says, I pay for Porky Pigs. They're delicious. Seven Wonder says, I wanted to discuss. I couldn't catch any shows, and I had to mod over 1,100 viewers on the Yankee Marshall show, so couldn't really pay attention. Well, modding on the Yankee Marshall show is the easiest show to mod other than Matt's because nobody gives a shit what anybody says, and he doesn't really care unless it's like crazy overtly racist or something. So honestly, even if it's 1,100 viewers, that's a big ass show. Yeah. Dude Esquire says, what M's Porky Piggins? What M's Porky Pigs? All right. So if I'm sure you've seen Porky Pig. He wears like his little jacket and his bow tie, but no pants. So Obnoxious's favorite thing to do is to go live on his with his little orange shirt on and no pants. So he's Porky Piggin. Yep. You could also go to porkypiggin.com and buy yourself some cool swag.
Use code SNOB for free stuff.
That's right, code SNOB.
Porky Piggin is a stripped lower, is what Porky Piggin is.
There we go. So there, he says, I see. Is it? And you learn something today, and that's important. You learn something new every day, they say.
Well, Sarge sent me a text this week that he finally got to use Porky Piggin in an official capacity, and I don't think he could have been happier.
Wow. Can you imagine that? Doing that paperwork at the end of the night?
Yeah. I can see that report now. Said officer did observe Porky Piggin in progress.
Yep.
we pulled driver over for speeding, walked up to his window and observed that the driver was Porky Piggin.
The scary part about it is that probably the supervisors actually know what that is. That would be the scary part.
They could. He was Porky Piggin at a high rate of speed. We had to throw down the spike strips. We got him though. Taser.
You don't want to go over the spike strips when you're Porky Piggin.
No. Not at all. And Obnoxious has got his GunTube patch there, so we'll use that as a lead in here. Go check out GunTube.com. I'm sorry, it's GunTube.org. Go to Patreon, check out GunTube. I just added GunTube to my Patreon list today. I just started giving a little bit of money to GunTube.org. I'd love to see him get it fired up and running for the live streams. You'd have a bunch of people on the panel and hopefully it seems to be nice and easy too. StreamYard's really easy. I didn't even have to put in a code this time. Which I know some people said that they had to put in a code every time. I was surprised I didn't. This is only the second one I've done, but I went to StreamYard.com and it said, start broadcast or whatever, set up broadcast or whatever it says. I just clicked on it and bing, bang, boom. I was ready to go. So it must keep you, if you've signed up for an account, it must allow you to stay logged in for a while. I think when did I go live? Tuesday? I think Tuesday or Wednesday I went live. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think once you hook it to your YouTube account, then it's hooked.
Is this the max though? Sorry, is this the max you're going to get? Is only you're going to be able to do 6?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For now. I don't know if they'll up that or not, but yeah, it's 6 for right now. Patriot. I saw you sent me something. I did not get a chance to watch it. But I will do that. Seven Wonder says, yeah, I saw that. Were you drunk or just experiencing temporary dementia due to lack of sleep? Why? Because I went, I was doing, I wanted to go live on StreamYard just to see what the hell it was all about, just to make sure I didn't have any issues, and not wait until the day of the show to do it. Fine8 put out there the IndieGoGo. I'm guessing that's for GunTube. Go check it out. He's got an IndieGoGo. This always sounds weird. He's got an IndieGoGo going. He's trying to get some servers, trying to get some help to set everything up. He meant supporting Night Strike. No, I'm supporting GunTube. Yeah, it's most of my Patreon goes to, I try and put a good chunk of it back into Patreon, for what I can, for sure. It's people supporting me so I can support other people. If that's all it does, that's fine with me. I don't have a problem with that. Ape says he was arrested for Porky Piggin. Is that Porky Piggin, or that might even be worse than Porky Piggin? Porky Piggin. It was not my fault. I was thrown into public. I was Porky Piggin in my own house, which is perfectly legal, by the way. That's true. It is. Well, I suppose it is. Yeah, I guess it is. I don't know if there's any instances where it's not. I'm sure there might be a couple, though.
Well, if you're in California, it's automatically illegal because anybody can walk by and look in your window and call the cops.
Huh. Well, he ain't in California. Monkeys don't wear pants anyway. So I don't know why that's such a big deal. No big deal. So what's so other than GunTube's IndieGoGo. So other than the murders, anything which we can talk about or we can not talk about, it's fine either way. Anything else going on in the news? I was tried to look up, pull the gun feed up. what's her face? What's the Democratic candidate? She is throwing out some crazy. What the
For
hell's her name?
president,
Which one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're gonna have to clarify
yeah,
that. The
Warren.
It sounds
crazy,
like, the chick
the
that sounds
crazy
like Barbara
Democrat.
Walters. The
Yeah,
one
no,
that sounds like
that's
Barbara
Elizabeth. Yeah, it's Elizabeth Warren. That's Pocahontas.
No, the other one, the brown with the brown hair.
The
Oh,
author woman, Marianne Williamson or something like that.
the one who thinks she was a prosecutor.
Oh, that's Kamala Harris.
No, not Kamala Harris.
No, which one? There's been a couple crazy ones. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I can't
More
remember.
brown hair. Was it? Is it the mystic with the gemstones, this and all that nonsense? Is that who you're talking
Oh
about?
shit, I don't know. I didn't even hear that.
Oh, yeah. The one that's the author, the Marianne Williamson, whatever her name is, she's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, man. She's all into the mysticism and all this other stuff.
The crystal ball.
Yeah.
She's pushing for. I just saw it on Instagram too a little bit ago. She's pushing to. She made a statement about banning guns, banning ammo, outright, and huge tax on ammunition. Marianne Williamson.
Yep, that's her. She's crazy.
Yeah, she seems a little.
Yeah, that's the mystic. That's the mystic ball.
It said we must outlaw all assault-style weapons for civilian use. Even then, there will still be millions of them on the street. True. Next, we need to outlaw the manufacture and sale of the bullets that they carry. Now, they're going hard. They're just gonna not Klobuchar, yeah. Her best buddy is Oprah. Oh, that's no good.
You know how you know that Williamson woman's crazy? She was talking about mysticism on the debate stage.
Well, yeah, that won't do you any good.
Yeah, she literally was talking about how her power
keeps it up.
or some nonsense. And he's like, what in the world is this woman talking about?
Yeah, and I did hear that. I did listen to I was in and out with the first debate. I listened to this last one. I think it was it was this one. I did miss the beginning of this one because I tried to watch it on YouTube because I saw a channel that was live and it said 2019 Democratic debates live. So I clicked on it and I didn't think it was started yet, and it was just this stupid channel that was doing like covering all sorts of stuff that was going on, but not the actual debate. So for like half an hour, I was listening to this. I'm like, damn, when is this going to start? Holy shit. When here the debate was going on for like 35 minutes and I didn't know it. So I missed the first part of it, the first chunk of it. And, had to go to CNN to actually watch it on CNN's app website on their iPhone app and watched it from there. I don't think they talked about guns at all in the second one. First one they did. They went back and forth. And then the second one was just was a pile on Biden. Everybody and their brother was taking swings at Biden. It was rough.
Yeah, no, the second one they said they steered away from the gun thing because it was just a major losing battle. So they steered away from it.
Well, I mean, if the debates were this coming week and not last week, I'm sure they wouldn't have steered away from it. I'm sure they would have all piled on it like crazy just to make sure they made their statements and see who could be the most anti-gun.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Elizabeth Warren to get up there on stage and say something anti-gun and somebody throw it back in her face that the Dayton shooter was a supporter of hers.
Well, nobody on stage would say that. I don't think anybody.
You forget. Did you not see Tulsi Gabbard go after Kamala Harris on her prosecutor record? Anything one of them will.
Yeah, that was a huge soundbite for Tulsi Gabbard. Yeah. And Kamala's pretty brutal too. So I mean, it was kind of interesting to see her get slapped down a little.
Yeah, the way this is going, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if you see somebody with only 1% of the polling go after her because her supporter was one of the ones that did this stuff this weekend?
I don't know, man. I think what happens if they do that, then that just gives, honestly, I think from our side looking at it, if they would, one of them would do that, I think it would give everybody else a chance to say, well, no, it doesn't matter that they were my supporter. That has nothing to do with me. That has nothing to do with me, which is kind of is what pro-gun people have been saying the whole time is you can't lump that one person in with me. You can't lump that person because they support me. That has nothing to do with me, that they're crazy or they did these horrible things. I think if they keep their mouths closed about that, that kind of the fact that he was a supporter of hers is smart for them.
Well, it's going to come.
Good.
It's going to come out eventually because they keep sitting there lumping it in, saying it's all Trump's fault. I mean, not even 30 seconds after this came out, it was Trump's fault. It was because of his rhetoric. This whole thing happened. Even though.
Yeah.
I'm still saying I wouldn't be surprised if one of the lower tier people that don't have a chance in hell try and make something out of that. I feel like that this is the way this crowd's going.
I mean, it could be. I'm not going to say that one of them isn't going to have the balls to say it, or you know what I mean. But I really think that would be that would do them. That would hurt their side for sure.
Yeah, I'm not saying it wouldn't. I wouldn't be surprised if it happened.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it's not. I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised if it happened.
Nobody on the left is going to come out and point out that they were a supporter of somebody else on the left. It's not going to happen.
D-Temp says it's Trump's fault a Warren supporter went nuts. Yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Trump obviously drove that Warren supporter nuts. So,
yeah.
I mean, that's what it's going to be.
That's what it already is.
George says there are posts that have been deleted on Facebook about the El Paso shooting that 4 people dressed in black and not one person that did it. El Paso is the Walmart one? No.
Yes.
El Paso.
Yes, that's correct. The mall and Walmart. And the funny part about it is, because the original reports, there was eyewitness counties reporting 3 shooters, and then all of a sudden, it went to 1.
Eyewitness accounts are terrible.
Well, yeah, we know that.
For all you know, they saw 4 cops come in dressed in black, and those were the 4 shooters they saw.
Yeah. Well, this was prior to the cops even showing up. So, but that's like 6 of one, half of another.
And I would say, I mean, there's with the amount of cameras that are pointed everywhere there, it would have been caught on film, first of all. And I don't know why there would be any reason for them not to say that, to let that out. I mean, why would they want that to be a secret, that there was multiple shooters, multiple gunmen, whatever you want to call them?
Yeah. Eyewitnesses are notoriously inaccurate, especially in a high stress situation like that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, I know. I used to investigate them all the time. It was like, I get three people within 5 feet of each other saying 4 different things. It's like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've thought about it too, because you hear that every once in a while, where people say about how poor eyewitness accounts are of things, of crimes. And you think about it. I mean, you think about how little you really pay attention to the things that are sort of everyday things happening around you, like the kind of cars that are around in the parking lot and all that kind of stuff. And they think about it, it makes me think about it when I pass a billboard. I've passed a couple of billboards that have like certain types of cars, like, kidnappings and stuff, where they're like, kidnapper, the car is a silver this and the license plate is that. And you think about it, you're like, how many times could you could you have possibly passed something like that? Like, and you'd never know. You don't pay attention to stuff. It's like when they say, as soon as you buy a car, that's then you start seeing that car. If you buy whatever kind of car, you buy a Ford Taurus or something, now all of a sudden it's like, man, there's a lot of Tauruses out here. You never noticed them before. They were always there. Same kind of thing. Like people ask you, did you see this car in a parking lot? Like, oh, I don't know. You could have been parked right beside it and not even realized it.
Yeah, that's the same way with the with law enforcement shootings when I was on the after action team. It was, we went to, we'd interview the witnesses or if there were any around, and then we'd go to interview the officer. We'd do an initial interview, usually within a few hours after the incident. But then we give them another couple, 3 days, and then actually do the actual official interview. And 90% of the time, it completely changed from the first initial.
Yeah,
because he actually had a chance to sit down and think about it, and adrenaline was down, and everything was kind of calm and cool then. So, then more things started coming out, and the actual account happened at that time.
What's it? I just lost a question here. Jason saying, why don't we know about Vegas? Yeah, Vegas is weird for sure. I'm very non-conspiracy theory. Like it takes a lot for me to think about something as a conspiracy theory. I think Vegas is definitely weird. When I hear people say that it was, that it was something belt fed, that it was a true full auto, not a bump stock. I don't know that I believe that. I really do believe it was, it's him with bump stocks. And Seven Wonders is saying there are folks who say that the government doesn't want us to know there was more than one shooter in the JFK assassination. If you have a chance to, if you can find it and you have a chance to watch it, there's a really, really good documentary called The Smoking Gun. And it was this guy that did, he kind of, I don't want to say he was obsessed with it, but it kind of became his deal. He was a retired FBI agent, I believe, and he just dug into the JFK thing like crazy for years. He was an expert marksman, and they asked him to try and recreate Oswald's shot, and he built this track up in the woods on his property. I guess it was on his property. And basically he would sit up in a tower and the target would move as if it was a Dealey Plaza, right? It would move just like the same speed and distance as the car moved. And he would try and make the shot. And he tried to make the shot. A bunch of people tried to make the shot and never made the shot. He tried quite a few times and then eventually made the shot. But he was just so convinced that not that it couldn't be done, but that it wasn't done that way. And then he, really, he was digging into all sorts of, eyewitness accounts and the films and all this kind of stuff. And he determined what he thought happened was it was a Secret Service agent. It was a negligent discharge from an M16, and it's the most. I've watched a bunch of things on it, and that one more than anyone had me convinced that what this guy thought happened. Did it? I don't know. I'm not going to say, but George says, you know why Oswald did the shot? Because he learned how to shoot in the Marines. Yeah. Dude says with the Carcano, yeah, it was like a 7. What is that? What are those? A 7 point something, 7.4 or something? I don't remember. But yeah, he they talked to they said they had an interview with they did an interview with, not an interview, but like a statement from the Secret Service officer that they had thought possibly had the negligent discharge, and they said that he told them he stood up in the car, chambered the rifle, and they said no, dead horse. He was in a car. So when Oswald shot, he shot and missed Kennedy, they think, and hit one of the other guys. I forget who. When that happened, this Secret Service agent stood up in the car and I guess lost his balance and fell. And they think he squeezed a round off and hit Kennedy. 6.5 by 52 Carcano. So when the rifle was never found. Like, they got rid of the rifle, they could never find it. And they said that there's an orange G. They said there was no reason for him to have to chamber a round. They thought that was weird. So they said, why wouldn't there be a round already chambered in the rifle? Why would he be carrying it without a round in a chamber? So they thought that was suspicious that he would have said that, maybe trying to hide the fact that he squeezed one off by accident.
Well, the Vegas one, that was actually released when they did the investigation into the firearms that were found in the room, and after they did the ballistic tests on the firearms, and it was determined that the rifles that had the bump stocks on them were never ever used. They were never fired. And the reason why it sounded the way it did was because he was so high in the air with all the echoing off the building, and the buildings from where he was. That was the cause of why it sounded like it was automatic fire, and all was semi-automatic fire. And that report was released at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and it was gone at 1:05. They put it up, and it was immediately taken down and removed. And now, unless you physically go to the police department with a Information Request Act, basically warrant, you can't get that information. They won't release it.
Well, there was multiple rifles with bump stocks, right? And then didn't they? What I don't understand is they have the ability to trace each bullet back to what it was fired from. I mean, if they find the bullets, which I'm sure that. Well, I mean, if you find a bullet, you could figure out which gun it came from.
Yeah, as long as there's a fragment from it, they can find it because of the twist rate. Because no barrel is exactly the same, even though it may be manufactured by the same person, by the same company, and cut and drilled the same way. There's always variations to it.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know.
But that was, like I said, they were under. We're going to ban bump stock kick, and if that would have been released, that would have just kiboshed and destroyed their whole. We're going to ban bump stocks, and that would have never happened. It would have been dead there before it even started.
I don't know. Roll call says, but we weren't there and we can't speculate. Yeah. Finance says they can tell type, not the exact gun. Well, can't they use can't they use, forensics to check the grooves in the bullet that are left from the rifling?
They can. If they have the bullet and they have the rifle that they suspect it came from, that can get matched to a 90, I think it's like a 98.9% certainty.
Mm-hmm.
And it depends on how intact the bullet, if they recover it as well.
Yeah, sure.
Exactly.
True.
Yeah, it depends on how much of the how much of the bullet they get back.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, how many shots did they say he took? Like over 1,000 rounds, right? Or right around 1,000 rounds or something? Like, it was a truckload of ammo. Well,
it was a bunch.
A lot. I find it hard to believe that none of them were able to be recovered and matched up to a rifle. It's just weird. So.
And I think the other thing they could do too is with the powder residue, because when when the bullet fires, it's going to leave a powder residue, which is also going to leave in the same way as the rifle too. So they can match up the residue from the bullet from the residue of the rifle.
Mm.
And as far as the fragmentation, if he's using fragmentation rounds, it's going to be a lot harder to get ballistics stuff information off of those because of the fact that they break up when they hit something.
Are you talking about from the Walmart one?
No, from the Las Vegas one, because I don't think they ever said exactly what kind of ammunition he was using. Were they? Did they?
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I mean. There is a lot of stuff that I don't, as far as I know, that never was made public.
Like I said, it was made public and was immediately taken down.
Yeah, I know they said that what rifles he had. I don't remember if they ever said what in that report what ammunition he was used. So.
Yeah, I know there was a list of all the firearms that was found that were found in the room, supposedly.
Yeah, at least one of the rifles, and if I remember in the report, said it was modified to fire full. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm trying to remember. I think it's at least one of them was illegally modified.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure.
But even then, as many rifles as he had, he probably wasn't even reloading. He's probably emptying one rifle, throwing it aside, grabbing another one on the other side.
I don't know. Who knows? We'll never know.
Yeah, we'll never know for sure.
Yeah. There is an awful lot of stuff that's not, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, or as far as I know, and maybe there's stuff out there that I just don't know about because I haven't actively, really searched it out. But there's an awful lot of question marks out there dealing with it. Ballistic fingerprints, bloke says, yeah. Oh. I don't know. What else? What else is going on? Anything good going on? Could look up some news stories here, see if anything good pops up. Yeah, 2020 Democratic candidate. We need to stop selling AR-15 ammo. That's her, I'm sure. It's got to be.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Hong Kong protesters demand guns. What's that all about?
Yeah, so what about all those rifles out there and all those other things out there that shoot the AR-15 ammo but aren't an AR-15?
It's just everything. Everything. They want to pull everything they can.
Did you see Neil deGrasse
yeah,
Tyson
because as soon as they do that, then they can do whatever they want. Then they're that's it.
Did you see Neil deGrasse Tyson got blasted for putting up facts?
Yeah, I saw that. That was
Twitter.
on Instagram. Yeah, he's feeling frisky because he didn't get popped for sexual assault or whatever. So he's like, well, I might as well do something else here to get everybody all wound up. Breitbart, Hong Kong protesters embrace American flag and fight for freedom. The American flag has become a symbol of resistance against China, and in the ongoing protests in Hong Kong, prominently waved throughout the city this past weekend as police fired tear gas and rubber bullets into the peaceful crowds. Hong Kong residents have participated in rallies since early June against a bill proposed in the city's legislature that would have allowed China to extradite anyone present in Hong Kong by accusing him or her of breaking Chinese law. Oh boy! Oh yeah, it would allow China to extradite anyone present just with an accusation. That sounds
That's
awesome.
They've been protesting that for the last month or two.
Mm. Roll call says they should have just shot rubbers, not rubber bullets, rubbers. Under the one country, two systems policy, China agreed to when the UK handed Hong Kong over in 1997. Hong Kong must abandon any claims to sovereignty in exchange for China not imposing communist laws in the city. The protesters objected that the extradition law would violate that policy. Hong Kong Chief Executive Carrie Lam claimed the bill was dead this month, but protesters astutely noted that lawmakers had tabled the bill, allowing them to revive it at any time. Protesters are demanding that the Legislative Council withdraw the bill entirely. Protesters this weekend were not about the bill. Protests this weekend were not about the bill, but against gang violence toward protesters last week. Pro-democracy advocates congregated last week in northern Yanlong, a rural area outside of the central city, to protest the bill. Following the protest, an estimated 100 white-clad thugs surrounded the peaceful crowds moving into the Yanlong Mass Transit Rail Station, beating them with metal rods and bamboo sticks. Following the mob attacks, 45 people were hospitalized, and despite the dozens of attackers, little more than 10 people arrested. Oh, shit. Police have since confirmed that some in the crowd had ties to Hong Kong's triads or organized crime groups.
No, I find it hard to believe.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to find where they're talking about guns in this. Oh, here's this. Protests continued Sunday despite the violence in Yanlong on Saturday, this time within the Hong Kong city center. Protesters also waved American flags there. Some carried signs reading, "We need the Second Amendment," and "President Trump, please liberate Hong Kong." This weekend was not the first time American flags surfaced as a symbol against Chinese tyranny. Pro-democracy protesters prominently waved the flag a week ago in the city center. Yeah. We need human rights, democracy, and freedom, they say. These are the same values we share with the U.S. These are universal values. Now we are resisting communist China, which doesn't like these values, but also interferes with Hong Kong. So, there you go. They want to rise up and defend themselves against the communist leadership, and they can't because all they got is sticks. They want to be free, Roll Call says. Yeah. Patriot says, look up the guy dressed as a green alien in his Winnebago kidnapping people, probing them. Wow. Patriot, why are you doing that? Stop doing that. You're not going to get famous doing that. Jesus. George says, I posted an article on Facebook, an anti-gun article on how deadly the AR-15 is. They showed a guy firing the AR, and the muzzle shot an empty shell through the barrel, showing a deadly round. There you go.
But that was one of those new Ford ejection models.
Yeah. But they have those forward muzzle brakes, and where it moves the gas. It directs the gas straight forward. It must be like that, sort of same thing. Wife's out there now. He converted a Winnebago to look like a spaceship and drug people for the last 20 years. For 20 years, this guy's been getting away with this shit? With Bill Cosby?
Maybe.
Yeah.
It would explain a lot.
It would.
He was giving them the pudding pops.
Finance says fragmentation rounds, the newest buzzword they'll use to ban hollow points because they're designed to fragment like a grenade.
Heaven forbid they learn there actually are rounds that are designed to fragment and they hit something.
Yeah.
Frangable rounds. So, yeah.
They, I bet you 99.9% of people out there that are trying to ban hollow points don't understand what the hollow points, what most hollow points are. Like when you talk about like match bullets and stuff like that.
So they have no clue. That's the reason why they're talking about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if they did, they wouldn't be able to talk about it.
Patriots out there still trying to get Superman deported.
Yeah, he is. For sure. Look at him out there. It says, man, I would love a wife says, man, I would love a pudding pop. Do they still make those? Probably. Get you some fudge sickles. They're good too.
And if not, you can just make some pudding and freeze it.
Mm-hmm. Gizzard, you getting out of here? Anything you want to plug?
Oh, I guess check out my channel. Check out Foul Territory Friday nights, 9 Eastern, 8 Central. Early Bird Chat Sunday mornings, 10 Eastern, 9 Central. Thanks for the invite. Give him the bird.
Absolutely, buddy. Thanks for coming.
Yep.
All right. Have a good night, bud.
Night.
Giz.
Later, Giz.
Who's out there? Who's waiting? Who's waiting? Ape's still out there waiting. There you go. We'll bring Ape in here. What's going on, Monkey Mans?
Oh, you had to bring him in?
You're on deck.
I would just like to say this is the worst green room I've ever had to sit in. The Diet Beef Soda Zero was piss warm. What the hell?
Sorry.
That's how it comes from the factory, I heard.
Sorry, we can't afford
That's
the
how
ice.
all pop come. I understand we can't afford ice, but did you have to sit it on top of the old 1950s television set that gets hotter than the sun?
Yeah, you get that TV. You got all your pictures on there from when you were in elementary school, right?
No, this is your TV. This little black and white Zenith model thing that you got sitting here with the peeling paint and the false wood grain on it.
Hey! I'll tell you what. You know what?
Don't be
You
picking
say
on my
black-
Zenith.
I ain't picking
Yeah,
on your
black and white
Zenith.
Zenith. I woke up when I woke up on 9/11. The TV was on. I've told this before that people always say, "Where were you?" when you realize not when 9/11 happened. I had fallen asleep with the TV on. I woke up and I was like, kind of like half awake. I was like, man, what the hell movie is this? I thought it was a movie, and it was a small black and white Zenith. I was staying at my grandparents' house. Just got out of college and hadn't moved out yet.
I woke up late for work and rushed around and got ready and drove to work. And when I got there, everybody was crowded around I was working sales at a flooring place. Everybody was crowded around the little TV that we had in the kids' little play section, watching. And I got into work just as the first tower fell.
Yeah, I still went to work. And then we were at work for a little while, not very long, and then they closed down. And we came back home.
I was sitting at my uncle's house with my dad waiting for the coroner to show up. Because my uncle passed away. So I was at my uncle's house with my dad waiting for the coroner and the mortuary to show up because my uncle passed away.
Jesus, that's a hell of a day, huh?
He passed at home, yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Deuce Driver, what's going on, Deuce? He said, what's the process for getting on this podcast? Yeah, it's emails. I didn't send emails to everybody. I can only hold 6 right now. So
Display 6.
Well,
he can throw you in the meat locker and back.
I can. Patriot's back there. You can hang out with Patriot.
The couch is still warm from where I was sitting.
Yeah, you don't want to be sitting on that couch, guys. He doesn't wear pants. That's just weird.
Hey,
I'll shoot
it needs to breathe.
And,
we got something this small. It needs the air.
Whoa!
It's not going to help it grow.
Well, I tried putting pineapple juice on it to see if it would stretch anymore, but it just didn't work. It just
It
became
just makes
supple.
it supple.
Yes, but
Like
I figured the suppleness would increase the stretchiness.
back there pulling his pineapple
It didn't.
flavored cat.
It didn't. I just ended up with fruit flies everywhere.
Oh, that's gross. Is that the couch where you do some casting?
Nope, it's actually Matt's casting couch. We kind of moved it when he was busy eating his nachos and beefsteak.
Yeah, it was like 2 weeks in a row he was munching on nachos.
Mm-hmm.
Bastard.
You're
Yeah,
only
so
saying that because Mia wants you to make them then.
yeah. I do make some good ass nachos. Been a while
Wait,
since I've done nachos.
you make nachos out of ass?
It's my favorite kind.
I don't want to know whose.
He makes them especially for Jumpy Killer.
Yeah, Jumpy Killer's going to be all over those nachos.
Oh, here I thought
That'd
they
be
were.
funny if be funny if he popped in right now. Actually, I think he was here earlier.
Yeah, he was out there earlier.
Yeah. He'll be right back. Wait, 3, 2, 1.
Give me them ass nachos.
Here I thought it was going to be Kinky's special sauce, nacho sauce.
Roll call says Philly steak nachos. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. I don't want your fancy nachos. Just give me regular nacho cheese and meat and other assorted goodness.
State FFA convention was supposed to be a couple blocks from the Oklahoma City bombing. It was rescheduled due to Reba McEntire having a scheduling conflict. I still felt it. We thought it was a grain silo. Wow.
Well, Mia says she's full.
I won't even make a joke. Yeah, boy, that bill. I'll tell you what. If you're not old enough to remember the Oklahoma City bombing, that building was boy.
Mm-hmm.
That building was just a mess. That's hard to believe. I mean, if you're anywhere near it, to be able to see it in person was probably amazing. Just seeing pictures and videos of it is one thing, but I don't even know what it would be like to be in presence of something like that. It's amazing.
And then every federal building around the country was hard as hell to get into for the next few days after.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he didn't even go inside, you know. I mean, he just was parked out front, you know.
He was parked in the garage underneath.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, was it? Was he in the garage?
Yeah.
I thought he pulled up right out front or something. I couldn't remember.
Nope.
When was that? I don't even remember when that was. That was 93? Yeah, maybe.
Because you had the World Trade Center bombing that wasn't too far from them either.
93. The Trade Center bombing was in 93.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's like they were all blown together at that point. You had the Oklahoma City bombing, you had the World Trade Center bombing, and there was another one somewhere too.
My Google Food tells me it was April 19th, 1995.
Jorge's saying there was still, yeah, I imagine. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Yankee did one. I'm not sure what Yankee talked about, how much of it he talked about or not.
I don't know. Gizzard was talking about it on his. No, wait, Sarge was talking about it last night, and then Giz talked about it a little bit this morning. Then never enough ammo, then Yankee, so everything's kind of blurred together a bit.
Mm-hmm.
All I remember is never enough ammo in those nachos. What the heck kind of Mickey Mouse kind of thing is this, Midnight? You didn't let your wife eat her mozzarella? For shame on you.
Yeah, it's in the fridge. It's in the fridge.
Shame on you.
It's in there. I didn't even cut the tomato, so that way when she wanted it, the tomato is nice and fresh. There's a half an heirloom tomato and some fresh basil in there. I didn't pick the basil off the stem. It's still on the stem, so it's nice and fresh. It's ready to go, ready to rock and roll. Just got to slice the cheese. Mia's saying that you should listen to Sarge's. Yeah, Sarge had a good show last night. He talked about it. It was still pretty fresh when they were talking about it, so I don't know if anything else has come out since then. And then what I can't remember what happened with the Dayton one. That was refresh me.
What do you mean? What happened? Like when it happened, or like a general overview of the incident?
Yeah, overview. I'm blanking out here.
Guy went and was shooting at a party district in Dayton.
Right. Okay.
He was stopped within, like, depending on the source, between either 30 seconds to a minute after he started by police, because the area apparently had police all over the place because this was a known heavy party area in the city with different bars and stuff. So if this guy didn't do his homework or something, I guess, because usually they go places that aren't heavily defended, and he went place that was heavily defended and was stopped really quick. He still managed to kill, I think it was 7 people and injure another 20-some or something like that.
God damn.
Well, there were 20-some injured, but at least I haven't heard whether it was injured from him or if some of those people were injured, like, people panicked and people got trampled.
I think it's a mix on the injured, because they said that there were some that were hit and others they didn't say what the injuries were.
And what did he use? Because I know I saw
an AR-15. It was an AR-15 pistol. He had a 100-round drum mag, and it was equipped with a shockwave blade brace on it.
No, dude Esquire is saying an AK and 223. That's what the mayor said. Yeah, I don't know. It was. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I didn't think it was an AR or an AK because I did see something about I think they said a pistol.
Yeah, the police were saying he had an AR-15 pistol. I don't.
Okay.
One thing, police said another, I guess, huh?
I didn't see AR or AK. I just saw pistol and high capacity or high. They said some weird term. It wasn't high capacity. It said high something magazine. I don't remember, but yeah. So I wasn't sure what it was. I didn't get a chance to look into it.
I know the Walmart one. That guy had an AK. He had a Wasser.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Well, he said that too, didn't he? Say that that's what he was.
Yeah, he said exactly what rifle he was using and what ammo he was using in his manifesto.
Yeah.
And he was using 8M3 sprangable Russian-made ammunition because he wanted to test how effective that rifle and ammo combination would be in that kind of situation. That was one of his motives, besides just going after illegals.
Yeah, and that's like you saying that, like he used that ammo because he wanted to test how the effectiveness was. That's the old, whether you think it's true or not, I don't know. Like the whole debate on whether you should carry factory ammo or if you can carry ammo that you produce yourself. I think, I have heard that there's been instances where people have used their own ammo and, it's come up in court that, try and make it sound like they were more apt or more apt to shoot somebody because they wanted it, because it was their ammo that they made. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But makes you think, makes one more reason to use factory ammo, I guess. Roll call says shoot in blanks. I don't know what that means.
Shooting. Or I think he was trying to do shoot in.
Oh, shooting blanks. I don't think he was shooting blanks.
Well, maybe roll call is saying that. Did one of the ducks or did one of the geese finally take out your package? So you're shooting blanks now? Is that what you're saying, roll call?
He got goosed? His package got goosed?
I think his package got goosed and now he's shooting blanks. Mia, that Area 51 bullshit, I think, is happening sometime early September.
I'm trying to find this alien thing. Trying to find this alien thing.
You're not going to find it. The government doesn't want you to know.
Oh, but the alien guy, What would I Google Patriot to? What would I Google to find this? And we'll read the story for you.
Well, he said not Elman.
Alien rapist.
Where did he say this was out of again? Look up the guy dressing up as a green alien kidnapping people in his Winnebago. So I don't know, guy dressing up like alien in Winnebago.
How about an alien kidnapper in Winnebago?
Yeah, there's so many illegal aliens things that pop up.
All right, how about space alien?
How about
Winnebago?
How about Patriot sends me a link? How about that? Patriot, help me out here.
Oh, that'd be too easy now. Come on.
Throw the poor-sighted guy a bone. He can't figure out the internet.
Whoa. Wife says, I got to get that shirt with an alien pulling up to another alien in the car saying, and says, get in, we're doing butt stuff. The Area 51, that's a good one.
Yeah.
It was an abduction. Okay.
So wait a minute. You can get past the Mann Act by simply dressing up as a green alien and saying, "No, officer, I wasn't taking a woman across state lines. I was taking her out of the atmosphere. Therefore, I never crossed state lines."
Yeah, apparently. I mean, he made it was a rocket. I mean.
Okay, Joseph Cooper.
There we go.
Let's see if I can get off the linky link out of this.
Well, I can just now that it's
fuck, he is ugly. I'm sorry. I've got to screen share this. It is haunting how ugly this guy is. You're gonna have to drag my screen share screen up onto the doohickey there, Midnight.
Well, I don't know how to make yours.
I think you drag or do you click add source?
That's a screen share. That's where it says somebody's trying to screen share.
Should be like Fine Ape screen.
Yeah, something along those lines. It'll be at the bottom where everybody's waiting to get in line.
Hold on. Well, there it says share screen, but I think that's only for me. Oh, Fine Ape screen. Okay.
Yeah, the thing. All right. Cool. Now, I have to caution you. Anybody of weak heart or weak constitution should look away right now.
This guy didn't need to do anything to look like a freaking alien.
No, he did not.
What's he look like without the costume?
Looks like a Gollum from Lord of the Rings.
No, Gollum wasn't this ugly.
Arnold White admitted he had kidnapped and sexually assaulted 79 people while he was disguised as an alien. What the fuck? Jesus.
I mean, with a face like that, I can see how that might be your only recourse, but damn,
buddy.
In December of 2018, the News Daily Report website published a provocative article reporting that a man in Texas had confessed to kidnapping 79 while he was disguised as an alien and subjected them to anal probes.
It would have been more believable if he did it in New Mexico.
Probably.
Originally interrogated about 4 crimes committed in the region in the late 1990s, the retired trucker confessed to a total of Yeah.
Hold on a
Almost 80
second.
over the
Hold on
floors
a
for you.
second.
Mr. Weiss confessed to using a mix of hallucinatory drugs
Oh,
containing
Jesus
LSD
Christ.
and PCP to subdue his victims before approaching them and carry them inside his truck to assault them.
And ironically enough, the guy was caught in El Paso.
It says the report was a fabrication. We could find no corroboration for local El Paso news media or law enforcement statements, and the photograph captioned as showing FBI spokesman Daryl Johnson actually pictured Emerson Bui Jr., special agent in charge of Paso Division, speaking at a press conference in 2017. The identity of the elderly man shown in a mugshot was not immediately clear. However, the same mugshot appeared in a 2011 blog post, meaning it did not relate to the December 2018 arrest. World News Daily Report is a well-known producer of junk news whose website features the following disclaimer, which describes its articles as fictional and satirical. So that might be bullshit.
And
Patriot says, "Hey, take a bow and you're welcome." So is he trying to get me, and I didn't get got?
Maybe.
did he just rickroll you?
No, he didn't. That's a whole different thing.
Never gonna give you up.
Up.
Never gonna let you down.
There we go. Now we're gonna get a strike. Thanks a lot. Did you ever see there was a Foo Fighters? The Foo Fighters had Rick Astley on stage a couple times. I guess they're friends. There's a video outside of a Foo Fighters concert where it's that is it West Plainfield Baptist Church or whatever, the ones that used to protest at the funerals of soldiers.
Westboro Baptist Church.
Yeah, Westboro.
Right, Westboro. So they are. So those yahoos are outside of a Foo Fighters concert, protesting, like with their little picket signs and shit. And out comes a pickup truck with Dave Grohl and the other guys in the band in the back of the truck, and they're blasting Rick Astley, and like the one dude in the back is wearing like a bikini, like he's holding up these signs and shit. It's hilarious, and it's funny because it's so perfect because it takes all the attention away from these hateful people and all these young people that are there waiting outside of the concert just surround the truck and they're like dancing and having a blast. It's like the perfect way to, give those guys a middle finger. And it was super funny. It was really cool. Look it up, Google it on YouTube or search it on YouTube. It's really cool. Just makes you laugh. He gave him up. He let him down. He ran around and deserted him. Never going to give. Never going to give.
Never gonna give you up.
Yeah, that's actually the first song on my Brunch Jams playlist. If you go into my playlist, we were talking about it. You guys looked at a bunch of the songs. There's a Brunch Jam playlist that we play at brunch sometimes in the kitchen. It's like 130 songs or some crazy number. That's the very first song.
Brunch jam, no jelly?
That's right.
I don't know about you. Something ain't right about that, boy.
You know the difference between jam and jelly?
One is jelly, the other is jam, and has chunklets in it.
Nope. It's an adult joke, and I'm not going to say it on this show because this is a family show.
When did that start?
No offense, but most of the family members here have a pretty sick and twisted minds.
No one gets upset if you just jelly it in. Is that what is that where you're going with this?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I see he's gonna milk this one for all it's worth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, even Glimtech's coming out at you, coming out swinging.
Meanwhile, back at the outhouse, things were beginning to pile up.
Is that anything like back at the ranch? Grandma's beating off the Indians and they're still coming.
I don't know what your grandma's doing, but okay.
Dude Square says, "Can't jelly my cock down the throat." He goes, "Oh, oops."
He's gonna fit right in.
And banhammer.
Fucking new guy. The
Yeah,
FNG out there.
yeah, the thing is, he just proved he fits right in.
He's probably like, "Oh shit."
He's passed his initiation.
Dead Horse says, "Just remember next time. Just remember this next time when you cook for them." Yeah. Let's see what else is in the news. Let's see. Is there any real news out there, or are we just screwing around here? Fake news. Patriot is fake news. I did see a article. Armed robbery Armed robbery suspect hospitalized after bank customer opens fire. An armed suspect who allegedly approached a man at a U.S. bank ATM in Antioch, Tennessee, was shot multiple times and hospitalized.
Don't you just hate when that happens?
Never happened to me. I never tried to rob anybody. You don't get shot for trying to rob somebody if you never try and rob somebody.
Good point. That's our public service announcement for today.
There you go.
The more
If you don't try and rob somebody, you won't get shot trying to rob somebody.
And if you don't play stupid games, you don't win stupid prizes.
You tried to rob somebody.
You don't do stupid shit. Stupid shit don't happen.
Stupid shit will still happen to you, and sometimes you'll still win stupid prizes just for being a victim of circumstance. I mean, look at Midnight.
That's true. The customer said he was initially suspicious of Kathy because he was wearing a red hoodie in warm weather with the hood tightly drawn around his face. Yeah.
Oh, I see. It's the guy just doesn't like ginger hoodies.
Mm-hmm.
Hoodie cyst.
So he went in to rob a place as Kenny? That's what you're telling me?
Kenny wore green. He was in green.
Oh, Kenny wore orange.
Oh, it was orange.
I'm thinking of Stan Pavlovsky.
I made you eat your parents.
You're thinking of Cartman.
Yeah, that's Cartman.
And Mr. and Mrs. Killerman.
Now, if you watched the first pilot they did for South Park, all the names were mixed up from what they were.
Oh, really?
They were producing the show. Yeah, Cartman was Cal, I think, and the names were all different.
Stan wore brown, Cartman red. No, Mr. Hanky wore brown.
Mr. Hanky was brown.
Well, sometimes he had nuts and corn mixed in, so sometimes he was an off greenish yellow, and sometimes it was an off white.
And sometimes he wore red. He's looking at Santa's too.
Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poop.
Mad sexy. Thank you. Thank you. Two women shot and killed while working as peacekeepers on Englewood Corner for Mothers Against Senseless Killing. Ugh.
Oops.
There's irony for you.
Well, now, is peacekeepers in quotation marks, or... I
Mm,
mean, we need some kind of context here.
Yeah. Two women on a street corner.
Michigan legislation seeks to reduce first-time concealed carry violation to civil penalties. Oh. They want to decriminalize some firearm-related offensive through the legislative process. House Bills 4200 and 4201 cleared the House Military, Veteran, and Homeland Security Committee. They seek to reduce the first offense penalty for carrying a concealed weapon in prohibited areas from a felony punishable by up to 5 years imprisonment, a $2,500 fine, or both to a $330 civil penalty if the license had lapsed the previous year. So it's only if your license has lapsed within a year, like if you don't realize it's lapsed or something. Not just if you carry there. So you still got to be almost legal.
Mostly legal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The truth about smart guns.
They're not very smart. I mean, I set them down there to do my math homework. I go to bed. I wake up. And here he's just written 42 on every answer on everything. I mean, what the hell? Patriot in the Dark saying women were in Chicago.
Oh my God, dude, Esquire killed Kenny.
Yeah. What did Kenny have to do to you, especially after he got you drunk all those times? That's not what you do to a drinking buddy.
Yeah, really. Come on, man. Oh my God, he killed Kenny.
Patriot says, leave it to Midnight to actually believe stuff he reads on Snoops.com. You know, it's actually ran by the aliens and the Canadians. Damn Canadians.
I thought Canadians were the aliens. I mean,
they are aliens.
He can't. I mean, we can't blame him for reading it. I mean, Midnight can't help the fact that he has sight, that he was born sightless. It's just the way he was raised.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
The truth about smart guns. Smart guns are firearms with some type of electronic or mechanical locking system that prevents unauthorized users from discharging the firearm. The Armatix IP1, pictured above, it kind of looks like a. It looks like a Taurus Spectrum kind of like. Tested by NRA staff in 2014, wasn't a particularly compelling firearm. Even beyond problems with its smart features, staff members struggled to get the pistol to fire an entire magazine without a stoppage. It also featured an incredibly heavy double-action trigger pull that led one staffer to wonder if the trigger pull itself was an attempt to make the gun impossible to fire. Hopefully, cross your fingers, hopefully they will continue to make these. Anybody that tries to make these smart guns will accidentally, on purpose, make them horrible and unable to be used. That way, they'll never make it their way to a shelf at a gun store. Because if somebody makes one, man,
Yeah, it's over.
yeah, they're gonna start requiring them, and a New Jersey law mandates that once a commercially viable, personalized handgun, quote unquote, is certified as being available, all handguns sold within the state must incorporate the technology. This law has probably done more to limit smart gun technology than anything done by even the most ardent opponent of smart guns. Firearm manufacturers are understandably reluctant to introduce a technology that would immediately limit the Second Amendment rights of Garden State residents.
Now, wasn't on one of the other shows, this might have been a couple weeks ago, they were saying how New Jersey was trying to modify the bill to make it from it having to be, okay, any gun sold within the state has to be a smart gun once they become available, to, well, any FFL in the state of New Jersey will be required by law to at least sell one of the approved smart guns.
Well, I don't know if that's. I did hear that. I don't know if that's Jersey or I'm not sure.
Well, New Jersey would be the only state it'd be making sense to, because they're the only state that went full semi-auto retard and decided, nope, as soon as smart guns become commercially available, every gun in the state must be one.
Well, I know there was. I don't know, because I know there was a bill that said every, and it's now. I think they put it into effect that every FFL has to offer at least one quote unquote smart gun to be open, and they can't because there's none on the market. So, but I don't know if that was Jersey or not. I feel like it was California that did that. I think they did it before Jersey came out and said decided to do this. Mad Texas says, "What sauce was that on the tomatoes and cheese on Facebook?" It's a balsamic and honey reduction. It's just traditional, like a regular old dark balsamic, slowly reduced down by, I don't know, probably 80-ish%, and then a little bit of just honey drizzled in for flavor, for sweetness. Takes the acidity away. Balsamic has that. It's really, when you reduce it down, it's got a lot of tannins to it. It's kind of sour, kind of bitey. So honey cuts it. Just honey and balsamic.
So by slow reduction, you mean a slow, tiny bubble simmering.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, the slower the better. The slower you do it, the less bitter it'll be. And you don't have to worry about the outside. Like, as it reduces down, if it's simmering, as it reduces the outside of it, like where it starts to cook down in the pan, can caramelize. And you don't want that because it gets weird. It can taste burnt, and that caramely flavor you don't want. You just want the balsamic. So
what you're saying is the best way to make this balsamic reduction is give it to the dehydrator and just let them dry it out.
Yes,
all you're really doing is taking excess water out of it.
That would be the
making it into a syrup.
Yep. That would be perfect, actually.
The dehydrator, yeah. Yeah.
Go to the dehydrator.
Hashtag site privilege. That Patriot's out there causing trouble.
Uh-huh.
You're just mad because he made you look at that picture I put up.
Yeah, that guy. Boy, that guy had a set of ears on him, huh? Man. Maybe that just shows his what should we say? His prowess in the bedroom. Maybe that's from ladies holding on to his ears all those years, pulling on his ears.
That's right. No step on.
Are you saying he's a
Midnight, I think you've got this backwards, at least for the normal baby making way.
No. Midnight's the guy's a Ferengi.
Who said that?
I thought he was like saying that they were holding on, like giddy up, hold on.
No, they were playing with his ears because he's a Ferengi. Remember Star Trek?
No, Ferengis are not that creepy looking. I mean, don't get me wrong, their forehead looks like a butt, but still.
I'm trying to think of, is it in the movie Legend? I feel like there's a creepy troll that had like big creepy ears like that.
Yes, there was. He helped what's her face get or whatever. Yeah, there was.
That's a great movie. If you've never seen Legend, that's a great movie.
And obnoxious, if you step on my snake, he's going to shoot you in the ass.
How do you know he doesn't like? How do you know he doesn't like his snake being stepped on and then getting shot in the
Snake
ass?
is a snake.
Okay, how do you know he doesn't like his snack being stepped on and then taking it up the ass?
What in the blue hell is going on?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, that one. There you go. Yeah, it kind of looks like him, huh? That's Swamp Witch or something from Legend or whatever.
Kind of.
A little bit.
The ears look similar.
A little bit. Oh, I know who he looks like. Bobby from Harry Potter.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
The Goblin from Legend. I knew it was one of the characters. That's a cool no. If you've never seen that with Tim Curry, man, Tim Curry does a freaking amazing job in that movie.
You would never know that was Tim Curry under the devil costume. makeup.
I know. Once you know it, it's you. I
Kind
mean,
of can't unhear his voice.
Yeah, but just to look at him, you would never know.
I know. I mean, Tim Curry's a good actor. He's always does kind of that. Does really good on those kind of slightly off or sinister kind of roles.
Mm-hmm.
well, yeah, he a lot of his characters were like exaggerated, sort of over the top characters, whether it was personality wise or I guess overacting, but in a good way. You know, like when he played Pennywise and he played the devil in Legend, it was like kind of over the top, but it wasn't like corny. It was so good. He's such a good actor.
It was like Ham. It was like a Ham actor, but a good kind of Ham.
Yeah. Mad Sexy says, "Why is obnoxious one being rude? Because he's a rude guy. I don't know. What do you want me to say?
He's a rude, crude dude with attitude.
That is a complete lie, you jackass.
No.
That you're not a rude, crude dude with attitude? Okay.
I think my favorite Tim Curry role was him as the butler in Clue.
Yeah, that was a good one too. Obnoxious. If you go back and look at did you notice the thumbnail for last week's the first StreamYard show? Well, it gave me a thumbnail with my name. It said "Obnoxious sucked my hitch." Thumbnail.
I guess I can't complain too much considering the thumbnail I put up for for the one of mine was Snob.
I didn't see that. What was it?
It wasn't the one where Slim was wandering around the deserted freaking.
Oh. Yeah,
it was the one before that. If you look at the thumbnail, or is
wait
that,
for some psychopath to jump out and try and kill him.
yeah.
Like it was like he could have very easily, with a couple of friends, turned that into a Scooby-Doo skit cartoon. No, it's Mr. Crowley at the abandoned truck stop or wherever the hell he was.
Whatever sketchy fucking place he was at.
It was. Yeah,
Abandoned.
I kept waiting for him to turn the corner and having like somebody skinning a body or something. Something just horrible. Hey, what happened, Kinky? You got rid of your comment. I was about to read that.
You could still read it on the StreamYard chat. I don't think it pulls it off of there.
Oh, that's right. We were talking about that. Oh yeah, there it is. Midnight Range, don't mind stepping. If you sit on my snake, I'll shoot you in the ass. It doesn't even really make sense.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's not even the way I phrased that to make fun of Obnoxious. So, because it was that he'd be the one getting his snake stepped on and then
I don't know.
taking it up the Mongholio.
Yeah, in the cornholio.
I am the good transvestite
from transsexual Transylvania. Yeah, that's it. I can see why some people hate that movie, Rocky Horror, but it's pretty entertaining. And Meatloaf's in it, so that's awesome. Note the eggplant.
What eggplant? All I'm seeing is 4 squares. No, seriously, that's why I'm not seeing.
He has the same problem. You need the spanking. Get after it, Mad Sexy. Get after it.
Mm-hmm. Just remember to put on your leather lederhosens, otherwise he's going to not be happy about it.
Oh man, Dude Esquire, the dang voice. Are you talking about from Legend? I think he put that when we were talking about Legend. Yeah. His makeup for that movie, I forget what they said. It took him like 8 hours a day or something just to get into the makeup. Crazy.
Yeah, he said when they were making that film, he got hardly any sleep at all. He was in the makeup chair, acting, back in the makeup chair, long enough to get some of it off so you could go eat, and then back in the makeup chair, and then back to acting scenes. He didn't get hardly any sleep at all when they were making that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, for those old school ones, yeah, they spend a lot of time in the makeup chair doing that. Now it's all just CGI.
You know, all they do is just paint some polka dots on your face and away you go.
Yep.
Yeah, this is the thing with Boris Karloff on that. If you look at some of the old interviews from when they used to talk about when they were making Frankenstein, he would be in the makeup chair for like 10 hours sometimes.
Yeah. Well, and then once you get it on, it's like, holy shit. I mean, you get a couple hours to shoot, and then you got to take it off again.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, taking it off probably takes an hour or two.
Yeah, especially in
two, but
yeah, the thing with Boris Karloff's makeup was he said that he could go to like commissary with the makeup on because it wasn't all super heavy stuff. He would just take the shoes off and put regular shoes on and stuff. But Tim Curry, they actually had to take the horns and stuff off so he could go walking around to go get something to eat and whatnot. So he was.
Yeah, it's kind of like the prosthesis used in the Planet of the Apes movies. Took a couple hours to put those on, and then the only way the people they couldn't eat or couldn't eat lunch or anything during the day. They had like extra people around. There was just straws with like water and stuff because they couldn't get anything on the makeup or take it off because it took hours to apply it back on.
Yeah. Dude Esquire says, thank you for having me and doing that stream. Thank you for all the fun times, but I have to be up early, so good night. Also Chris Walken.
Well, sorry to see you leave, Dude Esquire. It was nice having you around.
That's a horrible Christopher Walken.
What do you want from me?
That sounded like fucking Jimmy Stewart.
You do.
No.
You do it then. You do it then.
I can't do a good Christopher Walken. I can maybe do it, but I don't know.
Go ahead, give it a shot.
I want to give it a shot because I'm gonna look stupid. Because if it's not,
you're too late.
Too late. Do it.
You're the only one with his face on screen. You already look stupid.
He said that was Chris Farley.
More cowbell. Hey, Bank.
There's a lot of funny, if you go on Instagram, there's a lot of funny Christopher Walken stuff on Instagram too. There's all sorts of good stuff, but there's I saw one where somebody took a life-size cutout of Christopher Walken and they glued it to the cooler door, the walk-in cooler door.
Oh, that would get shot. I'm telling you right now, I'd shoot that thing.
Christopher Walken. Yeah. Mad Sexy says, send me some coconut bars, please.
Remember the Saturday Night Live skit where they had Christopher Walken doing screen testing as Han Solo?
Yeah. Yeah, those are always funny when they had a bunch of those where people were doing. They had some of those oddballs doing screen tests. I guess you'd call them screen tests. Jay Moore does an awesome Christopher Walken. So does Kevin Spacey. Kevin Spacey.
Pollak.
Oh no, Kevin Pollak. Yeah.
A lot less child rapey.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, less creepy. Yeah, what a shame, man. Christopher. Yeah, Kevin Spacey's such a good actor too. It's a shame he's a dirtbag. Maybe they'll put him in with Jeffrey Epstein. They can hang out together.
Along with old Bill Cosby and his pudding pops.
That's a terrible Bill Cosby.
Wasn't meant to be a good Bill Cosby. It was meant to be a low rent budget ass shit Bill Cosby.
Let's do that for the next 5 minutes. Let's just do the worst impersonations ever.
Well, in that case, I'm going to do 7. I'm going to do 7 wonders doing a British accent.
Yeah. Oh,
hello there. How are you?
Hello, governor.
7 wonders of Australia.
Over and over again.
Goes on and on.
But for $150, 7 Wonders can do whatever he wants in Hangouts.
If you go to Patreon, You pump $150 into Patreon, you can come on to this show and do whatever you want. That's right.
Ladies, gentlemen, Jonas's of all ages, the views and opinions of Midnight Range TM are the views and opinions of Midnight Range TM and Midnight Range TM alone, and do not reflect the views and opinions of Patreon, YouTube, or Midnight Range TM, or anybody else on this panel.
I think the kid dropped the charges after that creepy cooking video Spacey did, right? I don't.
Yeah. I don't know how many charges he had against him, how many people were accusing him, but one of them did drop charges.
Matt said, someone had a stroke.
Really? Is this what's doing it for you, Mad Sexy? You stroking out?
Oh, this is this
stroking
bit.
out, not stroking it.
Everybody, have you heard?
That the bird is the word?
No.
Ba, 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 ba.
Mama, papa, na, na.
Well, now Gizzard's gonna strike you.
Yeah, probably. He's gonna wake up in the morning and be like, "Son of a bitch."
Channel strike.
Nope, copyright claim.
Whatever, as long as it's just a claim.
Small claim.
I wonder if I wonder now that it's not Hangouts, you won't get a
I'd finish if I could. I'd finish if I could. So obnoxious one face.
He's actually typing with.
Did Mad Sexy have a stroke? Is that what he's talking about? Somebody had a stroke. It was him.
Mad Sexy, please come back to your computer. Your bot account is going a little off the rails.
You see,
man, having a stroke, stroking it while having a stroke. That's a thing now, I guess.
That takes dedication.
gotta have more cowbell.
Oh, cowbell.
I was watching the show and I think I had a stroke.
But I'm not completely sure because my left side was always kind of numb.
Things are looking kind of droopy on my left side, so better call the ambulance. Finesse. Yeah. Obnoxious one touched me inappropriately. NRA. Pink says that. Is that true?
That's not untrue.
It's
But he
not
loved
true.
Are you misremembering it?
He loved it though. It may have been inappropriate.
Wait, whoa,
but
whoa.
he didn't complain.
Whoa. Are you saying that Pink was dressed sexily and was asking for it?
Yes.
Well,
God damn it, I miss everything good, don't I?
that's probably why Pink. That's probably why Pink added the 69 to the back of his name there. I don't think that was always there.
Did
Was it?
him. Did him. Uh-oh. Did Midnight just stroked out there?
It's another copyright claim coming in.
Yeah, probably.
How many did you get on one video?
Pink, I gotta tell you, if you gave Obnoxious anything more than $350, you overpaid.
Okay.
Midnight can finesse me. No thanks.
We need to send somebody out to do a wellness check on Mad Sexy.
These are mad sexy.
How close is Sarge to him? Is Sarge working?
It's going to be a good distance for Sarge to get out there.
It's worth
Define good distance.
Well, I believe Mad Sexy's in California.
No, we can't send knives to that. Calaveras, Zorro, up front, center. Come on.
Pickle, you still out there? Take care of that.
Yeah, Pickle was out
Yeah,
there.
Pickle.
We need to do a wellness check.
And on your way back, we need you to pick up Zorro and get him drunk so he'll regretfully buy another very expensive shotgun.
Well, what did Zorro buy?
I don't know. Apparently, when he gets drunk, he doesn't get irate or angry or anything. He just makes decisions that now is a good time for me to go online and buy a gun.
Yeah, but what did he buy?
I don't remember off the top of my head. I only heard this story like third hand. And this was during the wonderful, spectacular 4th of July drinking game where Angelina kept changing which word was the drinking word.
That's because she was too drunk to remember herself.
No, she was blind stinking sober. It was
Oh.
me, Zorro, and Dead Horse.
Hmm.
And Dano, he downed one of those little cordial bottles of Fireball and then refilled it a couple times.
Little baby bottles.
Yeah, the little, what the heck are they?
Yeah. Is that like Midnight and his tiny water bottles?
Yeah, little
No,
baby water
tinier. They're the tiny
airplane
bottles
bottle.
that would make Obnoxious's tiny hands look huge.
Normal.
Yeah, one of those ones that makes like a single mixed
So
drink.
like the airplane bottles is what you're.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the
yeah.
airplane
I
bottles.
don't remember what they are. They're like, like an ounce or two.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
they're
hotel,
they're
the
shot.
hotel
They're
room
an ounce.
refrigerator bottles.
Yeah, the little samplers.
Mm-hmm. Shit's so
Yeah.
expensive in his little tiny bottles too.
No, what I was surprised. The it's not a municipal, it's an independent liquor store by where my folks are. They had the $7.50 a Fireball for a good price, but then when I was digging around in the little cordial bottles just for taste or little taster bottles, their taster bottles of Fireball actually worked out to being like $5 less for the same amount as what the $7.50 would have been.
Well, they might be cheaper if you go to a liquor store and buy them. You're buying them on the airplane or at
Oh
the
no,
hotel.
I've never bought. Who would buy shit on an airplane?
People do it all the time.
I mean, I don't know. Fake obnoxious. Just sprung when Ibenix won.
Whatever. Close enough.
Ibenix.
Close enough. Ibnix.
Ibnix.
Isn't that
Ibnix.
a bird? Isn't that
Yeah,
some kind of bird?
Ibnix.
No, that is now your name.
How about Ivan X?
And
Ibnix.
I don't know why Mad Sexy would have get sprung from Ibenix's patch there. I mean, Ibenix's face has been staring at you from my patch panel this entire time.
Mad Sexy must be totally fucking wasted.
Mad Sexy, are you not unsober?
He's all hopped up on.
I don't know
He's
what.
all hopped up on. He's all hopped up on Bankers Club whiskey and hot dogs.
No, Colt 45. And great obnoxious, or Ibenix is just stroking his sexy, masculine, bald head with his smooth little baby fingers.
He looks like he's swooning. Oh.
Oh, there you go. There you go. I'm stroking my beard.
Now, it kind of looks like you're doing the thing with your fingers and you're about to poke your tongue out and go la 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 la. Mad Sexy, don't tell my secret. What secret? Yeah. Every once in a while you'll get like that, like the stuff that didn't sell for $1, the little airplane bottles.
Yeah, I forget if they're an ounce. Are they an ounce and a half? Maybe it might be an ounce and a half.
I thought they were an ounce. I thought they were a shot.
No, the shot's more than an ounce. So usually.
No, an ounce. A shot of hard liquor is considered to be 1 U.S. standard ounce. I mean, we could eat E-Honda in here and he can tell us all about the wonderful woes of bartending.
Wieners and whiskey.
So wait, Mad Sexy, are you telling us that you eat whiskey dick?
That's gonna be Mad Sexy's gonna be doing a show, a show on Sunday afternoons now called Wieners and Whiskey.
Yeah, pink.
Where's he going to
SoCo
find
is
the
whiskey.
time slot?
Well, SoCo's peach bourbon with peach.
I just want to know where on Sunday he's going to find a time slot. You got Gary, then E Honda, then Matt, then Yankee, then my show. I mean, where's he going to find a time slot?
Yeah, what did E Honda talk about today?
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch it either. The last thing I watched to E Honda's was his response to Hank's video. Good God, Jesus, that was over the top.
Well, you know, hype sells.
Jesus, yeah. I think I listened to that while I was doing stuff. I think I was doing dishes or something at the house. It's like, good Jesus Christ, dude. It's all
Like,
fucking,
wow. I'm
he's
not
all
even I'm not even doing the wound up son of a bitch thing anymore, and these people are still entering in for it.
Yeah, holy crap.
Settle down there, boy. You're gonna blow an O-ring.
Yeah, that was an easy win for sure.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
Patriots, I got a bunch of exes. They live in Texas. Oh, my
My
exes
exes live in Texas.
Well, he doesn't live in Tennessee.
my head in Tennessee.
Tennessee.
I think he does it. I think it's 3:00 Eastern. Is
Yeah,
he
3
hunt? And we were at the park at that time.
Oh wait, it's Saturday in the park, not Sunday in the park.
Yeah.
Saturday in the park, drinking like the 4th of July.
Drinking like the 4th of July, like mad sexy.
SATURDAY.
Hey, hey.
You just see him toss the bottle over his shoulder. Bottle's empty.
Bottle's empty and the shitter's full. Now what am I gonna do?
I fifth the Jack Daniels at duty free on the trip to Tokyo. Then you just got to buy free soda the whole way.
Well, how do you buy free soda?
There you go. Then you just get free soda.
The stewardess gets really mad though.
I don't know if they would let you carry a 5th of Jack on a plane anymore because it could be an explosive.
No, it's all got to be 1 ounce and it's an original. Well, no, wait, that'd be going from the U.S.
Last time we flew, you were allowed to. They had like these tubes that you were allowed to take on alcohol in if you bought it in the airport at the duty free shop or whatever.
Yeah, duty free.
Quite a while ago.
Duty free, you're already past the TSA checkpoint, aren't you?
Right. Yeah. So, but you had to put them. They had these special like tubes. They almost look like the tubes that, like posters come in or something, like rolled up. But they were a little bit bigger, and you could actually put 3 bottles in there or something because you were allowed to take 3 bottles. So they had these special tubes, and then you could store them in the overhead compartment or whatever. I don't know if you're still allowed to do that or not, but I mean, when we went to, where the hell did we, I guess it was when we went to the Dominican or whatever. I remember they had, man, at the time, it was Johnny Walker Blue Label, I think. And on the shelves, it was, I want to say it was like $100 and some bucks on the shelves. And in there, it was like $70 or $60 or something. It was really cheap.
Yep. Punta Cana. Yeah, Dominican Republic. Punta Cana. No, wait, that was Never Enough Ammo's little troll.
Oh, that was
Friolito.
Friolito.
Yeah. The little beaner. He was mad when they banned him. They didn't want him to ban.
Wait, he actually got banned? I just thought he never showed up.
No, I think somebody banned him, I think.
The best one was when Nick accidentally banned me, and then Matt was stirring around, going crazy, trying to figure out how to get me unbanned because those were changed.
I was going to say that Matt never, he had a couple people banned and just didn't want to dig around to figure out how to unban them. Because you got to go into you can't do it easily. You have to go into your creator studio and do all that shit. And scroll through it. And I don't think it's even like alphabetized or something. I think they're just randomly in there.
Or by recently banned or anything like that. It's just whatever.
I don't think there's any rhyme or reason to it. She says talking about the metal detectors. I don't remember the metal detectors being unplugged, but I do remember when we walked into this little airport, we got off the plane in the Dominican. or it was either there or it was in Puerto Rico. I don't remember because we went to Puerto Rico, then to the Dominican. We walked past these big bins of stuff that was confiscated. It'd be like pocket knives and multi-tools and stuff like that. And I remember walking past and being like, holy shit, I'd love to dig around there. You could probably find all sorts of sweet stuff. Nice multi-tools and shit like that you're not supposed to have that people forget about and they have them in their bags and whatnot.
Yeah. And Matt Sexy must be ready to pass out. He's saying goodnight.
Mm-hmm.
Night, Mad. Sweet tight. Don't choke on your fun dogs and whiskey.
That's the kind of thing. I bet you they probably auction that shit off super cheap too. You could probably buy a bunch of that shit and sell it, make money at like gun shows and stuff. Buy a whole big bin of like knives and multi-tools and stuff and sell them for a couple bucks a piece. Let's see what else. Oh, no, Eric Clapton? Eric Clapton now?
Huh?
Eric
Patty
Clapton?
Page.
What?
Walking after
Oh, I thought you were
midnight.
saying. Oh, I thought you
After
were saying after
midnight. We're going to let it all
Yeah, that's
hang
Clapton.
now. No, I was doing after midnight.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Okay, I'm not.
I mean, if you're going to fake sincerity, try to fake it a little better.
New York outlaws arming teachers.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Any surprise? I mean, really?
Nope.
Survey: 1 in 5 women own a gun. We are all smart women, and we want to make our own decisions.
Say why would that would be, that would only be extra competition for the all the gangbangers that are in the schools having teachers having guns. They wouldn't hold the monopoly then.
I think their whole thing was that, no, this just pushing more of their bullshit of, no, more guns are not the answer. Less guns are the answer. More control is the answer. So, yeah.
That's worked real well for them so far.
Well,
A recent survey. Sorry, go ahead.
That's the definition of insanity. You keep doing the exact same thing in hopes you get a different result each time.
A recent survey shows 1 in every 5 women own a gun. Spending time at the range is not just for guys. Women are picking up guns for safety, but that's not the only reason. It's just for social fun. It's just a social fun thing. We can go out to dinner afterwards, said Nancy Wilson. Triangle Shooting Academy. Triangle Shooting Academy.
Looks like George's having a stroke out there too.
Later, Matt. Howard C. Take care.
I run our range's Women on Target program. I think I get almost 25, 30 a month.
Patriot always goes to the women's only night. He just pretends like he didn't know he was supposed to be there, like he couldn't read the sign, and he tries to pick up chicks.
Yeah, well, I think Gary put the kibosh on that after Patriot tried that with him.
Yeah, actually, here we were talking about this. It says CNN shields Democrat candidates from going on record on gun control. During the July 31st debate, not a single question about candidates' positions on gun control was floated. No explanation was given. The subject simply was not broached by debate moderators Dana Bash, Don Lemon, and Jake Tapper.
Lemon.
Yeah. Yeah, I was surprised that it wasn't brought up.
Drink.
Yeah. Don, all white men are bad, but I'm married to a white guy woman. Figure that one out.
Now, George, are you objectifying women, saying that they only look good wrapped in camo shooting guns?
Uh-oh. Now you're in trouble.
You're in trouble. Something, something. I lost the name of the song I was doing. Can't stand Cooper and Lemon. Well, then don't mix them together. I mean, lemon goes with so many other things like cake or bars or vodka. You ready? These events stirred up a lot of the committee bills that were introduced.
Yeah.
The second legislation CE3 in the states better be involved with the committees.
The committee meetings in states are
We defeat
bad bills from the events. Once this is done, the media can't make profit off the news. George said, I said nothing hotter. Not only women in camo is better.
I'll have to disagree. There's nothing hotter than gingers. Ginger women.
Yeah, you better be careful. Talking about like the guy, like the dude from Game of Thrones?
What's Game of Thrones?
I don't know. Something I heard about.
Wait. Is this that kind of Special Olympics kind of thing that you and Obnoxious were trying to figure out when you inherited that shipment of outhouses?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How's that going for you?
Yeah, it's all right.
Hasn't gone down the tubes yet?
Nothing fancy. Yeah, nothing crazy.
Yeah, it's in the shitter.
Whoa, you got
nothing fancy involved in this? You son of a bitch.
It's all gone to shit now.
You son of a bitch. You're dragging nothing fancy into this feud. That's fine if that's the way you want to be.
You got George saying that women in camouflage shooting, he just upped the ante.
Now that right there is a pure and simple violation of basic safety.
Why?
I mean,
but there are.
Hot brass getting in some rather personal areas, especially if they're not waxed.
Well, no, they just got to wear American Gun Chicks.
Well, now he said naked. Naked is naked. If you're shooting, you probably should have some type of ear and eye pro on, and you can't have ear and eye pro and still be naked.
That depends.
See, even Mia agrees with me that brass is hot.
What if it's earplugs and librarian glasses?
Well, if they're shooting naked, there's no way you don't have to worry about brass.
Yeah, got you there, didn't I?
No, I was just looking at Midnight's face when he laughed about that. I mean, dude, whatever kind of fan fiction you have between you and certain other members of the community, that's something you should really keep to yourself.
I was just thinking that without
hotter than snob in earplugs and librarian glasses. Let me tell you.
I was to say though, like without usually you get the brass caught in because of your clothes. So without any clothes, it might just bounce off you. No big deal. It might actually be better.
True, but they have a few more crevices than most guys do.
Well, that's why I'm going
to not most of the guys around here.
Hey, look, even my sad little B cups aren't anything to speak about.
Oh man, I got burning brass under my gut.
They can shoot AKs and they don't have to worry about the brass because it flings it 30 feet away from them.
Yeah.
Brass is hot. I was about to say that the bust shield. That sounds like a marketing opportunity for you there, George. To get into the women's unmentionables.
And that would be a marketing opportunity for American Gun Chick because that's what she calls her little bib thing.
She actually has something something like that?
Yeah, she actually has something like that she's got for sale on her website or something. And
you could do
a video about it.
A bib. It's probably just a fucking bib, isn't it?
That's basically what it is.
That's exactly what it is. I think, didn't you call it the dust cover?
Yeah.
Isn't that what you calls it, the dust cover?
Oh, is it like one of those, what the hell they call them? They're like...
Dicky.
No, modesty panels or whatever for women who want to you want to buy kind of the slutier looking clothing, but don't want to look like a sloot or have it to where it's open up to their navel, so it's just this piece of cloth that kind of tucks in behind the shirt.
Yeah, basically, and it's got like this little pocket at the bottom to catch the brass.
Oh, it's okay. So so they make those bibs too that have the little. It's almost like the bottom cuff so that the food rolls down the bib and gets caught in a little trough there. So that's basically all it is.
Yeah, but it's adult size.
Now, George, I'm just gonna put a suggestion. If you're going to market something has the name of Bust Shield, you might want to integrate Kevlar into that someplace. There you go, the first ballistic protection bra. Or modesty panel, or whatever you want to call it.
Booby bib.
Booby bib. Big chest, even if you're wearing that t-shirt, not low cut, all brass gets in. I'll take your word on that, Mia.
Is this another one of those? Oh, it's so hard having big boobs.
Well, I was going to say, like, or you could just wear an appropriate.
I know,
shirt.
obnoxious. You tell us.
It is a little rough.
Yeah, they kind of knock around. You get that little undersweat.
Both are now confirming the thing that American Gunship has.
Dust cover.
The American Gunchick dust cover.
I don't know, Mia. I mean,
you're not buying a goddamn bullet bib, brass bib. Jesus Christ, are you nuts?
She did marry you and have your kid, so I think that's already been answered.
That's true.
Wear a proper shirt to the range, period.
She is way more. She is very self-conscious about shooting around other people, which she shouldn't be because she does a great job. She's a good shot. She knows what she's doing. She's very professional and safe. Like, she does what she needs to do. You know what I mean? But she seems very, she's always worried about what other people are going to think. She's like, I don't want people to think I don't know what I'm doing, or I don't want to look like a bad shot, or I don't, you know what I mean? But I'll tell you what, she's fine. She does a good job. But if she comes to the goddamn range with a brass bib, I'm not shooting with her. She can shoot by herself. Fucking A, that's funny. Just change shirts. Put a normal shirt on. It doesn't have a low top.
Or you could just hop on Amazon and grab a woman's Dickies button-up work shirt and just put it over whatever shirt you're wearing when you go shooting. Call it good.
Fine Ape, is that supposed to say Fud Life?
That's how Clover has it on his patch over there. No, Fiber Life. You haven't heard?
No.
CloverTac's got his fiber optic internet, so he doesn't have to rely on doesn't have to rely on the 2 tin cans and the cow and the hamster wheel.
I get you now. I thought maybe Clover's been eating too much barbecue. He was having trouble pooping and needed some fiber in his life.
I thought he had some kind of bad medical diagnosis or something.
Wait, not a low top and tighter. Wait, what, Clover? What? Low top and tighter around the collar too. Then he says, "Wait, no, not a low top and tighter around the collar." Wait, now Clover, that first one kind of sounded like you wanted it to be low cut yet tight, so it lifted and squished them together or something. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, Fud Life is now Fiber Life. So, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Mr. CloverTac is now being sponsored by Fiber One.
There you go. Yeah. Rocking them fiber bars.
Mm-hmm. Where we use only the absolute finest roughage and ink of yesterday's newspaper.
Just wait, not a low top. Wait. Hold on a second. Hold on a minute. See, his internet's so fast, he didn't get a chance to. It just bam, it was done.
It filled it out before he could type it.
Yeah, he's like, oh shit.
God damn.
boy. All right. Man, we might close it down early tonight if nothing. We don't have a whole lot going on. Yeah, which is fine. I mean, I really don't need to get into a bunch of negative shit anyway, you know?
That Clover says it right there. It pretty much sends my thoughts. It's so fast, so watch out.
Yeah. It's like typing for him. You know, what the hell?
I know what Clover's feeling right now from when we moved last year. We went from that shit internet we had at the old place to here having the cable internet, and it was so much faster.
Yeah. Well, it's the same thing when you get a new, even if you do have, you notice it when you get like a new phone or something. Maybe not so much now but like a couple of years ago, 6-8 years ago or whatever, you got a new phone. You're like, wow, this thing's quick. Wow, this is really fast. It downloads shit so fast.
Or for any of those who wear glasses and have gotten new ones after your prescription changes, and it's like, wow, I can see now. I didn't realize I couldn't see before.
Yeah, right.
Sending you free promotion. Oh, God, the new phone in Tulsa with 5G stuff was absolutely amazing. Yeah, he was ranting and raving Wednesday nights at sometime afternoon in the evening about his brand new phone and the 5G and all that good stuff. Because Clover's all about his 5G.
Oh, you sent me that as a text though. So, email that to myself, I guess, and then we could watch it. What are we trying to watch here?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It might be another ritual.
Oh.
Today we're starting a new series, so let's check it out.
No, I don't want to show it here because then people won't watch it. You won't get the views. But is it live or is it still? I don't know what's going on here. Hold on. Is it live?
See, if you'd have watched,
is it Memorex?
I don't think you made it live yet.
Yeah,
We gotta make it live and people go over and watch it.
Can it shatter a glass like Aretha Franklin?
You can cut a tin can with it.
Oh.
But does it slice and dice and keep it soft and supple?
I'm disappointed in an unknown user. He's complaining that there was no gun gals tonight, but if you'd watched my show, we had one of the gun gals on my show tonight.
Gun gals don't like my show. They don't come on
No,
anymore.
they just don't like you.
They all hate me.
Yeah,
well,
Patriot says it's not
make
live
the damn thing live, a Patriot, and people will go and watch it.
Until we tell them not to. Especially
Unless
if
it sucks.
Especially if that check for $350 doesn't clear.
That's right.
I
Send
mean,
them money. Make it live.
Yeah.
Fuck it. We'll do it live. Oh, snap. He says that requires watching your show, Rich. He ain't going to do that. That's a bummer.
I see how he is.
Things that make you go, huh?
Yeah. I don't know. Let's see. Anybody got any topics out there they want to talk about? If not, we'll call it an early night.
Yeah, see, Clover only got the Galaxy S10 because he wanted to one-up me because I got the Galaxy S9 and he knows it.
Fancy.
Yeah, it's a conspiracy.
Anybody No, I haven't heard anything about Ellis's tough decision.
Nope.
Clover says, anyone else getting bugged by Ellis? No.
Nope.
What decision did Ellis come to?
Oh,
Inquiring
he said he can't decide between a 308 and a 7mm 08. I've heard 7mm 08s are fantastic, but 308 is so inexpensive.
It depends what kind of a gun are we talking about, Clover.
with his
Is it the
budget,
same gun in different calibers, or is it two different guns in two different calibers? Because if it's like, oh, hey, there's this 308 bolt gun at the pawn shop for reasonable money with a decent scope and it's in good nick, or hey, the store just got in this same rifle bolt gun from where I remember him saying, okay, I don't know,
I've
I'd
heard
go
really.
308.
I've never shot a 708. I've heard they're really good rounds. They're really good, like ballistically, are really good. But 308 is so common. It's just nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what is kind of an oddball round that I've mentioned this before, that I'm really interested in, is the 338 Federal. It's a 308 necked up to a 338.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty cool round. Almost looks like a
Enlarged blackout.
Almost. Yeah, almost looks like a big blackout. Yeah.
Well, if you like that, look up the 338 Spectre.
I don't want to do that.
I said if.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a qualifying word, meaning therefore and.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your wife's up there. She wants to know recommendations for a shotgun for a girl's first shotgun.
Depends on what she wants it for, I guess. Which I can't imagine she's going to want it for, like trap shooting or anything like that. She probably just wants it to plink and something for the house.
20 gauge, depending on how she is with recoil, 20 gauge would be good.
Yeah,
Yeah, 20 gauge.
520 Mossberg 520 or something like
Yeah,
that.
that'd be 500A, I think, is the 20 gauge.
Mm-hmm. Or Maverick 88. I mean,
No, I think Mia is worth the extra money on an actual Mossberg. Don't be pulling the mat and saying, "Oh no, it's just as good."
no, I'd have bought. I mean, if I wouldn't have stumbled upon the Stevens that I bought for super cheap, I'd have probably ended up with a Mossberg 500. I'll tell you what I really wanted was the Winchester SXT. I think it's the SXT, the Marine one. It's all stainless.
That electroless nickel or whatever.
No, it's stainless. Yeah, it's stainless steel. Really sharp. So it's like stainless and black. Really, really nice looking shotgun. But they were I don't know, 600 or 700 or something like that. Kind of pricey.
Yeah.
Mooseburger.
Pink Panther 69 out in the YouTube chat says, topic. With current events, is anyone else stocking up on ammos and lowers, especially with the political climate lately? Now, Pink, are you saying are we doing more than our regular buying because of the 2020 election or because of what happened this week?
Yeah, Clover's talking about the Mariner 590. Yeah, those are the Mariner guns. They're really sharp. Either one of them is really cool.
They're supposed. I don't know if they've come out with it yet or not. They're supposed to have the shockwave in the Mariner finish too.
Oh, sweet. That's cool.
Pink also says, I want the new RIA VR 100.
What's that?
I have no idea. Oh, and Pink says both. So, and Mia is saying she doesn't want you to cheap out and get her something cheap. She wants something nice. So I'm thinking what you need to do is get her a Browning Satori White Lightning featherweight in the 20 gauge.
There you go. What's that, about 3,200? I don't know.
No, I think they're only about 15.
Oh, okay.
Which for over and unders is a pretty decent, or for like nice or high grade over and unders are pretty reasonable.
You could always do a 20 gauge shockwave with the pistol.
What about a Serbu?
Serbu?
No,
get a shockwave.
Yeah, shockwave.
Instead of going that route.
Put a pistol grip on there and.
No. You cannot put a.
Yes, you can.
It's an integral to the as
No.
long as the overall length.
No. SB Tactical sells a kit for them where it actually comes with the pistol tube, the brace,
Yes,
the adapter, and
it
the
comes.
pistol.
Yes, I'm talking. You just can't take the like from the Persuader model where it's
No,
just
no,
the pistol grip because
no,
it has it
no.
in order.
Yeah, I'm not saying. No, I said
No.
with the pistol grip and the brace.
No, you just said pistol grip, and
You
all
didn't
right,
let me
maybe.
finish. I was
Well,
saying,
you didn't talk fast enough.
see, I got the brace and the pistol grip. Yeah.
Yes, but I will say that yes, the 20 gauge shockwave is much more pleasant than shooting my 12 gauge, and or actually after shooting the 12 gauge one, it's almost like, oh, this is almost nothing.
Yeah, and the 20 gauge and the shockwave is coming down.
Shell
You
adapter.
can
Wow.
get 20 gauge shockwave for about $250 now. You look on
Yeah,
shop around.
they're not expensive for sure.
No,
No.
mine
How
was
much
only
is it?
mine. When I got
How much
mine,
is
it was still around 400.
How much
Yeah.
is the brace and pistol grip kit?
Don't recall offhand because I didn't
Is
actually use the kit. I parted it out with the parts that they had said they had for it
I don't know.
because
Would you?
I already had a brace. I just needed the adapter, basically. I had a grip and the pistol grip because this is actually the pistol grip that was on my AR-15. The pistol grip that comes with the kit, I bought separate, and I bought the adapter separate because I had the tube already and I had the brace already, so I just needed this and this basically. So I don't remember how much the kit is, but if you were
I don't
to
know.
buy it individually, this is about $80 for this brace, and then this was like maybe 20 if I remember right, the adapter piece. And the grip that I bought the Ergo grip because it's the Ergo adapter and the Ergo grip. The Ergo grip I think was another 25. I want to say. And then the tube, like I said, it's your basic pistol tube. I don't know what they're going for anymore.
Like $10-15 some places. I don't know if they still do, but I think Brownells does like an upgrade kit for the 12 gauge shockwaves, where it's like the brace and grip, and then it's like I think they've got like a deluxe one where you can get like another 14.5-inch barrel, but it's got like the fiber optic or a high vis turkey front sight on it.
She wants to see mine's got more modifications than just the standard, like the forend and stuff on it's different. But yeah, I can show it if Midnight I don't know if Midnight can show me full screen, but I can show you what I got. So I put that forend on there.
I don't think I can full screen you, right? Like, well, you have to share it, Rich.
So I guess, you can't full screen me without sharing.
No, I can't.
I don't know how I'm going to screen share this because I don't have a picture of it.
Screen share.
No. How do you?
Like I said, I don't think you can make me full screen separate.
No, I think the only one you can make bigger is yourself.
Yeah, yourself. But
yeah.
But anyway, I can show you as best I can. But I bought that forend on and put that on there, and then I got right now I have another grip on order that I'm waiting because it's one of those made to order deals, and they had a 2-month backlog, so I'm still waiting for that to get here. Then I took some little bit of paracording off the run, so because the thing with these, they like to slide on the tube because they're only held on there by friction. And I made a sling loop, and then I got the brace on there. And on the other side, I got a shell carrier.
And yours is the 20, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, yellow shells.
Yep.
And I'll just voice a thought here. If you're putting a brace on there, you probably want something like the original SIG brace, where it's like nice and big compared to you don't want a blade.
You don't want a blade, and you don't want to use like the SB-A3 or the SB-A4 because they have hard plastic back here. And I made that mistake. That was not comfortable to shoot. When you get the original one where it's all rubberized, it has a little bit of give to it when you shoot it, so it doesn't. You're not getting that hard plastic driven back into your shoulder.
Or onto your forearm.
Yeah. Either way, and it's more comfortable with the rubberized original. This is the SBM4 that I have on here.
Pink Panther saying the VR100 is a new bullpup they came out with at NRAM. Who came out? Or Rock Island? I suppose I could do Google Foo to find out what the thing is or looks like. Google?
I'm gonna hop out. I'm gonna hop out, guys.
All right.
So
All right.
catch you later. Thanks for the invite.
All right. Have a good night.
Later, obnoxious.
Let's see. Screen share. Oh, I can do individual Chrome tabs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that bad boy.
General.
Kind of looks like a storm, Beretta Storm, right?
No, here.
Yeah.
Can
General
share the screen.
Standard M4 stock is hard plastic with the sissies, yeah, but you can put a recoil pad on that. You can't put it on a recoil pad on a pistol. Right?
No, you can't put a stock on a pistol.
They have those plugs now.
You can't put a recoil pad on the brace either.
Nope. Cannot do any kind of permanent modifications.
That's why you go with the rubberized brace, because then at least it has a little bit of give, like if it were a recoil pad.
If Obnoxious left, we got a spot if anybody wants to jump in.
Nah, that doesn't look like the Storm.
I don't know. You don't think so?
No,
A little bit?
I know so because I own a Storm. No, this just looks
the
like
front end of it. I don't know. I guess it's just to me the
looks
front.
Kind of like the. Didn't IWI come out with the 12 gauge that was like based on their not Galil, Devore or X95? IWI shotgun.
Yeah,
Man.
that. I was drawing a blank. I knew what you were talking about, but I was drawing a blank on what it looked like or what the name of it was. It was like.
Yeah, so.
I forget what Pink's Instagram is. Pink. There it is. Shit, where'd it go?
Now the front end of the Storm is a lot more rounded.
Son of a bitch, that ain't right.
General said that he finds the SBA3 significantly more comfortable than the M4. Yeah, I do too on the AR, but not my Shockwave. On the Shockwave, it was not that comfortable with the SBA3. The M4 was more comfortable. Than me for me on the Shockwave. On my AR, I love the SBA3.
God damn it, Pink! Which Pink Panther are you?
The one that's 69. I'm 9mm out in the chat is saying a lot of this stuff is like another language for me. I've only purchased pistols. Well, Mia, what words or thingamabobbers are confusing you, and we'll try to translate them back into standard American English.
Good luck with that.
The word was try. Keyword.
Emphasizing try.
Yes, that is the opportune word.
Son of a bitch! I forgot it wasn't. There was no A in it.
A in what?
Panther.
Da-dum, da-dum,
Right, I'm looking.
No, that's not your fault. That's his fault because he can't spell.
No, it's who's ever took his original name on YouTube's fault.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, there it is. Pink Panther. Needed a 19 round banana mag.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. Was I supposed to do something when you said that?
Nope.
What?
He's having a stroke now, folks.
No, I just didn't want you. I thought maybe I'd get y'all wound up.
No. I'm sorry. Ever since the wound up son of a bitch thing has gone away, I've just lost all ambition to be the wound up son of a bitch of the week.
He's
Oh,
a
just
sad ass son of a bitch.
yeah. I can't even be a sad panda. I just have
There
to
you go.
be a sad ape.
Is you guys seeing it?
Yeah.
There you go. Ooh, yeah, that's cool looking, man. Look at that son of a bitch.
Yeah, that son of a bitch is gonna be heavy.
19 round. What
No,
they couldn't figure out how to make it a 20 round? It'll be a 19 round.
No, I'm pretty sure they tried making it 20 and just figured out it wasn't going to work, so they just took one out and, oh, it works. No, that's not going to be heavy. That's going to be flippity-floppity, flopping around every which way.
That is those people that do 3-gun that use the Pepper 12 and connect 2 10-round magazines together.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Oh, it's got a removable choke tube. Nice.
Is this like outlet mall gun porn?
Kind of looks like it.
Ripping off gun porn.
General Relativity says that is a well-hung shotgun.
No, it's just very happy to see you.
Yeah.
A well-hung... Well, no, it's not really well-hung. I mean, it's kind of at an angle. The light's not very good. I mean, it's not well-hung.
Yeah. Is that a magazine in your port, or are you just happy to see me?
I mean, come on. There's AKs that have magazines that make the full half loop. Why can't you?
Yeah, come on.
Ooh, Nighthawk.
Oh, I was going to say the G.I. Joe holster.
That's cool, but I think if I can spend that much, I'd get something that was more classic. Like, people aren't. I mean, people that would, if they don't know what they're looking at, I guess if they don't know what they're looking at, screw them. But if you look at that, you're not going to assume that it's a really high end, 1911.
Yes.
Oh, this guy. Yeah. He's auto-loading it. He looks like a prisoner in a courtroom.
Uh-huh.
Oh, look at this guy. Look at this guy made a comment. It says, is he snacking on night crawlers? He got a night crawler in his hand.
Yeah, better than snacking on Night Prowler.
I suppose, yeah.
Oh, wait, I'm probably the only one who remembers that guy.
Yeah,
She might remember him. What in the...
Well, that's the Bishop, right? Or is that a 458? Yeah, that's a 450. Yeah.
Yeah, 458 would be a
475 Bishop. Yeah.
Compared to a 458 SOCOM.
Yeah, that thing's a cannon. Look at that.
Nah.
Are you looking on Instagram? Is this hashtag?
Yeah. No, this ain't Daily Gun Show. You guys, Daily Gun Show stopped doing that shit forever ago.
Hashtag rip off fucking around with the shows all the time.
Well,
hashtag fucking ripoff.
Well, you got to remember, we ripped off Matt's bracket ideas, or first actually we ripped off his reading the Shoot at the Fans story time. Don't know where that came out of. Then the brackets, then the wound up son of a bitch of the week.
What are you talking about? I wrote the goddamn story for his show. How could I be ripping him off?
I tell you what, whenever it comes time for y'all to rip off gun gals, don't send me a link. That would kind of awkward.
Well, in Midnight's defense, the boss did tell him to do this.
No, the boss told him to look on you so she could see your sock wave.
No, he also told him to look at Instagram.
These are some good ones. The candy cakes are old school. And the crimpets are good too. They're like a vanilla, almost a caramely. Well, the butterscotch, I guess. Was it? Yeah, butterscotch. There it is.
Yeah, butterscotch.
The candy cakes are good because it's like really soft, like really, really tender cake inside, and then it's got a tiny layer of peanut butter, and then it's chocolate covered.
Yeah, remember when they used to make them in Philly
Mm-hmm.
back in the
Yeah, they
day?
haven't done that in a while. That's
Yeah, a lot of while.
yeah. Hmm. Oh. Oh. There's the bandit. My son would love these. He's a big Godzilla. He's on a Godzilla bender right now. He's loving Godzilla.
Yeah.
What's not to like about Godzilla? Except for that stupid Matthew Broderick lizard movie.
No, it's a perfectly adequate Blue Oyster Cult song.
I'm afraid that if you give kids that don't have enough responsibility and understand consequences, and you get them fans of Godzilla, they're going to start doing things with toxic waste in order to create a Godzilla.
So what you're saying is Antifa's master plan is to create Godzilla?
I don't know. That's a good point.
Mm. Uh-oh. Did I think Midnight just booted himself?
Yeah, it looks that way.
Oops.
He ditches out. If he doesn't feel like he's going to profit from this, he'll just ditch out.
All
Typical.
right. So, how long will StreamYards last without him in here?
No idea.
Well, it still says we're live, so
StreamYard.
I guess we're about to find out, huh?
StreamYard will just keep streaming as long as we're in here. It'll be the YouTube channel. If he closes out of that window, then it'll, that'll time out.
okay.
Hey, I'm back.
Shit, he's back.
You clicked out of the. Obviously, I clicked the wrong thing.
I gotta stop talking to him now.
I was like, oh shit. At least it gives you a little time to get back in. All right. And now I'm back set up again. Okay, cool. What did I miss? It was probably awesome while I was gone, huh?
Oh man! I mean, Hugh Jackman stopped by. Ryan Reynolds and them did a little skit, a little song and dance number.
No wonder.
I mean,
no wonder Rich looks tired. Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman were doing a skit in front of him. He looks wiped out.
I mean, we got to see a little sneak preview of Deadpool 3. I mean, I'm telling you.
There you go.
I'm telling you. I don't want to spoil it for you, but one word: chimichangas.
I have my own theory about Deadpool 3.
Chimichanga.
It's going to have Hobbs and Shaw in it.
Hobbs.
Well, Smokey the Bandit's on, so that was Deadpool 3.
I had Hobbs and Shaw spoiled for me, even though I didn't get a chance to see it. So. And there is a link there. Was the reason why I said it. If nobody's seen it, I'm not going to go any farther. But it would make sense for a Deadpool movie to be a sequel to that.
Clover Text talking about the news on Zombieland. I've watched the trailer once or twice, but I don't remember. He says the storyline looks crappy.
Well, it's a zombie movie.
Yeah, there doesn't need to be much of a storyline. It's all. Mm-hmm. I mean, you could have almost no storyline and it can be really good, or they they could try and do too much too. A lot of movies do that.
Yeah.
Try and
I
make
mean, The Walking
something
Dead
special.
didn't have a storyline for an entire season, and they seem to be going strong yet.
They made it through. I don't know,
Yeah.
man. I don't really hear anybody talking about
How
them.
many movies have a real easy storyline? See zombies coming, run the other way.
Yeah, kill a
Or
bunch of
stand
them.
and fight and try to outlast.
Right.
See zombies coming, shoot same.
Or if
Yeah.
you're under see zombies coming and laugh yourself to death.
No. His whole thing was a zombie in a schoolgirl uniform that looked vaguely Japanese.
No. My theory is that he'd see zombies coming and he'd laugh himself to death because he laughs at everything.
No, he'd be like that friend that you have to outrun in order to get away from the bear. I
He
mean,
wouldn't
we
have
just
to run. He would just stand there.
no,
Yes,
we
he would just stand
have
there
to
laughing.
outrun because he'll laugh, draw the zombies' attention, then we can just sneak away from the horde.
Yeah, we wouldn't have to outrun him because he would just be standing there.
There you go.
And then Matt, of course, he would whip out his autograph book because he's such a fanboy.
No, he'd be like, shit.
No, that's why he.
I
was
should have
voted
had
out.
my AK with
When
me.
he was voted out of the bracket was because he would stand there, or he would get out his autograph book and he'd be asking all the zombies for their autograph. That was the reasoning that he lost on the bracket.
Inhale, Midnight. Inhale.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm still trying to figure out how the final ended up me versus Gary in that bracket. But yeah,
For what? Which one?
the zombies, the gun channel zombie apocalypse bracket.
Who would survive? You mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't remember even who was on that.
D-Webs was on there. I was on there. Gary was on there. Matt was on there. I'm trying to remember my damn self who was all there on that bracket. I just remember the final for sure was me versus Gary.
I think Gary won because he had George.
Yeah, Gary won because he had George.
I don't think George has claws though, does he?
Are you disrespecting the great of George, the great and powerful?
I'm just
He
saying,
didn't
if
win
George
because-
doesn't have claws, maybe he's not that big of a
He
deal.
didn't win because George would fight. Gary won because he could ride George to escape.
Yeah, it'd be a battle cat kind of situation there.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
I'm trying to remember. Is
Battle Cat,
Zombieland's
you
the
mean.
one with Bill Murray?
Yeah, the one where Bill Murray gets shot.
No, I only saw like that part of it.
Listen to Bill Murray in a zombie apocalypse. Don't dress as a zombie and sneak up on somebody.
You don't do that.
Mm-hmm. No, it's just great that he's like, yeah, this is what I always do, kind of thing. Or it's
Yeah.
Bill Murray being Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Though speaking of zombie, not necessarily movies, if you ever get the chance to get the unabridged version of World War Z, the book, or the audiobook, it's a fairly interesting read.
They were supposed to be doing a second one, and I guess I don't know if the books are the same way, but it's basically the same outbreak. It's the same thing that happens. They just tell it from a different point of view. So,
go ahead.
I don't know if that's true or not. I'd heard that
Sounds weird.
a second one. Yeah, I mean, the second one was supposed to be from the point of view of like a reporter or something.
Well, that's actually what the whole premise of the book is. Is this guy is basically... He was basically tasked by the UN to kind of get people's stories while they were still fresh and within living memory and kind of...
Figure this out. Like, this is happening so quick. We can't create a committee. Like, just go do it.
Well, no, this is actually after. It's like immediately, like a couple of years after they call it the end of hostilities. I mean, there's still zombies around, but it's mostly just the endless cleaning up of the ones that are either still frozen up north or at the bottom of the ocean, just kind of being zombies. But the whole thing is, it's I haven't seen the movie. I've seen like trailers and clips and parts of it, but it's
the one or the book.
I'm talking. What I'm talking about is the book. I haven't seen the movie that is based off the book. I've listened to like I forget what he calls it. It's like the complete edition or whatever. It's like twice the audiobook is like half again as long as the original.
Unabridged.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's not unabridged. It's.
Yeah, it is.
You know what? My phone's sitting right here. Anyway, it's basically.
On a bridge?
Huh?
Did you read it on a bridge?
No, I didn't read it on a bridge. I didn't read it at all. I got the audiobook because it's very hard to walk around making high precision airplane parts with my nose in a book. Plus, they get kind of bitchy about that.
Like what I do now for that, when I need to make a high precision part, I use a robot. You should look into it.
Well, I have robots, but I still have to do the manual inspection and fine tuning.
Yeah, but your robot only eats coins.
This is audible.
Yeah, well, you get a good robot. Good one.
I do have good robots. I've got robots at work. This is just the one that dances around for coins and promotes GunChannels.com. They call it the Complete Edition. And now, how long is this one? Yeah, it's like 12 hour. It's a 12-hour audiobook versus like I think an 8-hour or whatever. But no, the whole premise on the original book is that this guy is basically just going around and interviewing different people, and it's kind of like the first part, it's like in the beginning or something, and it's like a dozen different people, and it's like, oh, when the outbreak first occurred, or the first time that we noticed or something went bad, it's like their different stories, and then it's like those stories, and then the next one is when we started realizing shit was getting really bad, or when shit was really bad, and then it's like a couple of extra people to kind of chime in. So it's kind of that, what's it called? That it's kind of like Pulp Fiction, where it's the stories it's different stories told in a different order, kind of. But
yeah, I thought from what I remember listening to audiobook of it, it was like it starts with that one dude, but it was like something's going on here. Like, you got to go figure this out. And then he goes to figure it out. Then the world goes to shit. And in the midst of the world going to shit, he's like, well, I can either just panic or I can keep on doing what I'm doing because I got some insight. And he goes around, and then that's why, like, there's that place on the boat, and he got kind of like worried, like, or something like that. And then like you say, like towards the middle or end of the book, it's more like, okay, it's over and we're kind of dealing with it. And he's more like kind of talking about the lay of the land, and that's how I remembered. It was sort of like a description of the thing happening or whatever.
yeah, it's like the different points of view of people. So I think it started out as like, I think like the prologue of this one is that, or in the book, that this person was charged by the UN to kind of do like a tally of like kind of basically like a report of where it started, how it spread, how we survived, how we fought back, and then all the cost and how it changed the world. And then this whole the part of the premise of the complete edition is that the original book was basically what the UN report was, but this guy had collected so many different volumes of information of these people's personal stories of surviving through the war that he decided to basically combine them all into one large book. So. Mm-hmm.
We're super behind on movies. so many movies we should watch.
Boy, are you drinking a sarsaparilla?
Nope, birch beer.
Oh.
Reading Draft birch beer. Good stuff.
That one of those things where you only buy one bottle because if you buy a whole 6-pack, it'll be gone before you get home.
I did buy. Usually, I buy one or two. Yeah, I don't drink a whole lot of soda at home, but
Another Life.
Kinky's asking, did I watch Another Life yet? No. On Netflix. No, I don't know anything about it. Is that the one Matt was talking? They were talking about on Matt's show.
One of them. The other one was The Boys on Amazon, which, if you have Amazon, you definitely should watch.
Mm-mm.
You shouldn't, or you don't have Amazon.
We don't. Nah, I don't have Amazon. We have Netflix.
Oh.
Cool TV show. Yeah, with sack off. Leave your sack out of this, huh?
Kinky, if your sack is off, that's kind of creepy, and I would think that'd be fairly weird and painful at the same time.
Maybe it's fake. Maybe he's just got it on there with like Velcro or something.
You saying it's kind of like Chippendale's Fireman, where it's just kind of one of those things where it just pulls right off?
No, I don't think Chippendales takes their sack off. No, I don't think that happens.
No, I meant like their pants.
Yeah, I don't. That would definitely be different.
I mean,
definitely that's an odd analogy, Ape. That's an odd analogy.
Yeah, I think you got the wrong idea about what happens there.
No, I said they're closed. They're like Velcroed up the side.
Like when they take their nuts off.
Hey, I didn't say nuts. I said sack, and that's why I said it'd be kind of odd or painful. I mean, if just the sack comes off and the dangly bits are left dangling without the protective sheath, that'd be kind of a little weird. Now, if it just like all came off and it's like, oh, you're like half a Ken doll, it's like, okay, that's kind of sad.
Kinky's all wound up now. He's like ripping his clothes off right now. It's all wound up.
You wish. Oh, boy. And G-Webs is like, wow, I came back in and talked, and this is what happened.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll teach you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Scott.
I'll teach you from turning away from your robot with its cutting, turning, and buzzing thing.
G needs to get a 3D printer so he can make his own robots.
Oh, he can make his own
robots. I can make all kinds of robots now.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Stronger on the x-axis in a 3D printer too.
Yeah, you can do the what they call it, the flat assembly, where all you do is just basically, it's just like a 3D printer, except instead of extruding plastic, you just cut it out of metal or plywood and just start stacking them one on top of the other. What the hell were those that were kind of big in like the late 90s, early 2000s? The 3D puzzles, Puzz 3Ds.
.3D puzzles. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they were like this, kind of like the spongy packing foam, or kind of like a stiff foam. And some of them were just, it's basically just like a slice. And then they like printed something on the edge, and it just kind of stacked them one on top of the other.
Kinky said he watched Midget Zombie Takeover on Amazon. It didn't have any midgets, just regulars at different camera angles. Those damn normals.
Did you ever watch a movie called Zombievers? It's a bunch of zombie beavers. If they bite you, you turn into a zombie beaver hybrid.
Oh, the animal. We're talking about the animal.
Yeah, the animal.
Not the
that I've never watched.
Porky's reference.
There was the beavers bite this brown bear, and you have this brown bear beaver combination thing going around trying to kill people.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, it was definitely a late night B movie kind of thing.
What more can you ask for?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can't imagine it being on primetime NBC or something.
Yeah.
I think it's on Amazon now.
It might be. I think I watched it on Netflix.
It's on
Kinky knows it.
Net is on Flix.
He said it was funny. Guy threw the dog in the lake to get eaten.
Yeah.
That was the best part of Lake with that movie Placid. Betty White used to feed the gator the dog, the cows. Betty White of all people. Holy shit!
Betty White was the big bad of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
She's still alive, right? She is.
She's like 90.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
what?
she's way up
99,
there.
98.
She's way up there. She was pretty funny too. She was like a couple of years ago. She was in a roast, somebody's roast, and was pretty funny.
There we go. Here's a prediction we can do and be horribly wrong on.
Oh,
Who do you think's going to die
not.
first? Betty White? Do you think Betty White's going to die first, or Clint Eastwood? Because he's pretty damn old too.
Yeah, they're both. Yeah, he's in his upper 80s, right? He might be 90.
Yeah. There's another one, Dick Van Dyke. He's still around too. He's
Really?
up there, yeah.
Damn.
Scott P79 says, don't forget Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks will never die.
Well, yeah, we were talking about World War Z. That's Mel Brooks' son.
Yep. For he shall ever live on in the masterpiece that is Young Frankenstein and Blazing Saddles. Never mind High Anxiety or 12 Chairs or Robin Hood Men in Tights or History of the World Part 1.
Oh, Men in Tights was awesome, though.
It's okay.
Movie, baseball.
What are you talking about? Men in Tights was a great movie.
It's an okay movie.
Yeah, it was. But it can't beat Spaceballs.
No.
Or the producers. Springtime. Germany.
I'm on the west side. I'm on the east side.
It ain't exactly the Mississippi.
Chappelle's jumping over the creek. Yeah.
I don't know.
Did you say Abe Lincoln? No, I said, hey, Blinken.
Master Robin, you've returned. Oh dear God, you've lost both your arms, but you got a nice set of tits in the exchange.
I think Blinken's when they repossess the castle and Blinken's sitting on the throne,
It's like,
reading the Braille Playboy.
I thought it was a bit drafty.
Hey, Blinken.
A Jew? Where?
Yeah, a Jew and a sneeze. This is my son. A sneeze.
A toll is a toll, and a roll is a roll. If we don't get no tolls, then we don't eat no rolls.
And we don't eat no rolls. Did you say Abe Lincoln? Nah, I said, hey, Blinken.
How's my look? Oh, your tits.
That was good casting too. Like everybody that they had in that movie just did a good job.
Unlike some Robin Hoods, I can speak with an English accent.
Well, that was Tim Curry was in that too, right? Was that Tim Curry in that?
Hold on. Let me.
No, he was. No, that was.
You trying to think of the sheriff or?
No. I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking of. I don't know. What am I thinking of now? I can picture him as. I feel like I can picture him in that movie. Maybe not though. Yeah, Will Scarlett O'Hara.
Okay. Robin Hood Men in Tights in 1993. Full cast and crew. Let's see.
Oh, you know what I'm thinking of? I think I'm thinking of the Three Musketeers.
Richelieu.
Yeah, he was in the Three Musketeers. He played the Cardinal. Yeah,
Cardinal Richelieu.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. That was a good movie too, though. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of crappy movies out. Like people, you look at them now and you're like, that wasn't good. But when they came out, that was good. It was entertaining. Clue. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. He was in Clue. Mm-hmm. And then Spaceballs. Good God, I watched the shit out of Spaceballs.
Ultimate movie.
Man. When we didn't have cable when I was in college in our apartment. We just had a bunch of movies, and we just watched the same movies over and over again all the time. And that was one of them. Spaceballs was one of them. Tommy Boy was another one. Great movie. We were talking at work the other day. We were talking about the movie Scary Movie with
The first one.
The Wayne
yeah,
brothers.
the first one, yeah, with oh shit, now I'm blanking out on his name. Chris Elliott playing
That was
the butler with the
that was
hand.
the second one, yeah.
Oh, was it the second one?
Yeah, the first one was in the high school, and then the second one was at the.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, grab my strong hand, child.
Now, the funny part about that is we had a guy at the prison that had the same problem with his left arm.
Oh,
Exact same thing. And he used to do that all the time. He'd walk by going, grab my strong hand, grab my strong hand.
my strong hand, child. And he stuck it in the mashed potatoes and stuff. My germs. Grab my good hand.
Oy.
Yeah, Spaceballs though. Spaceballs one. There's a ton of one-liners in there, and
Pink, if you just put quotation marks around the web address that you're trying to post in the YouTube comment or the live chat, it should post the actual text. Or just take off the HTTPS www dot.
or try somewhere else. I mean, you can send it through like Instagram or something.
Or you can try sending it direct on gunchannels.com.
Something.
No, I did. I did. You did what? What that is that? We listed a lot of that's that could be. Oh, Ape has it on Gun Channels? Oh, let me... I turned off my little cling.
Kinky singing Juice Newton to Clover Tack.
Yeah,
Just call me Angel, love the morning, baby. Copy link address. Paste.
NeedThisQuilt.com.
That's interesting. Let me screen share, Chrome tab, Godzilla share.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like all the different movie posters.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
You're not showing it to us or anything.
I'm working on it.
Godzilla.
Way.
Oops.
Oh no.
That chick looks kind of weird.
Got to go. It's like, hey, this is the 50th blanket I've had to hold up
He's
today.
like, oh, you just take the goddamn picture. Just take the goddamn picture, would you? Hey. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's Monster Zero in that one. There. Monster Zero.
Gojiras.
Mecha Godzilla. There's the little beetle guy. I forget. There's another Ghidorah.
There's American 94 Godzilla. And the Godzilla Poco Ghiblies.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Our research has indicated Poco Ghiblizilla has scared 25% less kids and returned more than 5% on investment. More than standard guns. More than standard guns.
Now, is that 5% over investment or just 5% on the total investment?
It does have the brand.
5% more on investment than normal Godzilla that scares kids.
Okay.
It does have the brand new one on there too. That's the one we just watched tonight.
We call that one classic Godzilla.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Iguana Godzilla actually was in one of the actual real Godzilla movies. I forget which one it was. It was one of the later Japanese ones where there was a bunch of monsters having to get grouped together to beat up a bigger monster. Just don't remember which one it was. It might have been King of the Monsters or something.
Okay, so this is a two-sided quilt. Kind of interesting.
Well, the border, you can change the border from red to white.
So what's this art?
I'm not really sure why that. I don't know. That's pretty neat, though.
I definitely think you need to let little man see this, so he'll pester you relentlessly for it.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely would.
I think so. Those Final Wars that had the actual iguana one. They just called him Zilla or something like that in the movie.
If you buy Son of Godzilla, Godzilla was female, which was when was it? Oh, never mind. I thought he was going to make an actual funny pun about buying your son a Son of Godzilla.
Yeah, the Son of Godzilla one's hilarious. It's like almost turns into like a little bit of a slapstick comedy thing because the baby Godzilla gets all banged around and knocked over and falls over.
Baby Godzilla gets the crap beat out of him in that movie.
Yeah, Godzilla comes around and hits him with his tail, and baby Godzilla goes rolling down the hill and shit. Yeah, it's funny.
So, seen all the Godzillas, he knows them all.
Yeah, we watched a couple of them. We watched the one the other day with Jet Jaguar in it. That's a pretty cool one. I remember watching that when I was a kid. A couple of them were really pricey. We didn't watch them because they were kind of pricey to watch, like on demand or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
No, you just gotta have like the Stars channels. They show them on there all the time. Godzilla movies. Like they'll have a marathon every so often. And
yeah.
There's I remember what the channel is. The channel Robert Rodriguez owns. He shows every 4th of July. He has a bunch of the Godzilla movies on there. Can't remember the name of the channel right now.
They did a good job with the new one.
It's like extra, or it's like a word, right? Action or something. His channel,
like Epic.
No, it's got like some Spanish name to it. Or
Telemundo.
Something. No, it's not Telemundo.
I thought it was like Action or something.
No. Damn it! It's the channel. They used to have Lucha Underground on there too. Because he was involved.
Luchadors?
Lucha Libre.
Yeah, like Lucha. It was Lucha Underground with Lucha Libre, but they also had like a movie plot to it, behind the scenes kind of thing. It was actually interesting, but the problem was they had a bunch of financial issues. They weren't paying people and stuff. So that ended up folding.
People always want to
It
get
was really cool because they had actual professional wrestlers, right? They would have wrestling matches, but then they would do like behind the scenes things, but it was really cinematic and like it was like watching a Robert Rodriguez movie kind of setup kind of thing. It's actually pretty cool. El Rey, that's the name of the network. El Rey. Every 4th of July and I think Christmas they do a Godzilla movie marathon on there. At least they used to. They did it for a few years.
All right. Say we shut it down here. It's 2 a.m. get the hell up in the morning and go up, get some sleep.
All right.
You guys got anything going on this week? Rich, you doing anything other than your show on Sunday?
Other than appearing on other people's stuff, probably not. I mean, that's about it. I really don't make videos or anything really. Just every so often I might make one, but I don't have any plans to make one right now. Yeah, just like whenever I get invited to a show, I'll pop in there and then do my Monday nights.
Did you go on rants and raves this week?
I don't know if Roll Call sent me a link.
Ape, you got anything going
Not really. I've still yet to find a program that'll take my wonderful $11 hardware store action cam video files and play them all the way through. But if I get that, figured out, I'll have some wonderful point of view footage from the last 3-gun match I had a couple weekends ago.
There you go. That's cool. Yeah, I'd love to see that.
And you may or may not be here, and you'll more than likely be hearing my wonderful announcer voice on somebody else's channel fairly soon. I just gotta get a couple things recorded for them.
Cool. That'd be neat. Yep. Pink says he's trying to decide if he wants to go to court for a speeding ticket or just go ahead and pay it. If you don't have any points, maybe it's just worth paying it.
Points.
Yep.
All right, so.
Oh, yeah, we got Glimtech. You got anything going on?
Nothing going on just yet, other than getting rid of illegals.
Canadians again, huh?
Yeah.
Damn
crazy
Canadians.
Canucks.
Damn Canucks.
Mm-hmm.
Up there stealing, just smuggling maple syrup and
maple syrup and socialized medicine across the border.
Bastards.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
They don't got enough maple syrup of their own. They got to come over here and take ours.
Come down here, shoot guns, and then go back up to their damn Canada.
Yeah.
Gee, what's going on with you?
Nothing. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okie dokie. So, shameless self-promotions aside, ladies, gentlemen, and Jonases of all ages, thank you for watching MidnightRangeTM's The Closer. Be sure to check out GunChannels.com for more Pro 2A content. GunChannels.com is a community focused on firearms, built for shooters by shooters for conversations like this one. This concludes our regularly scheduled programming, but we'll be back at 9 a.m. Eastern with the early watch, followed by open lobbies throughout the day. GunChannels.com Monday night programming. At 5 p.m. Eastern, it's Hasty Headlines with Never Enough Ammo on YouTube. At 7 p.m. Eastern, Polite Society Podcast on Facebook. 8 p.m. Eastern, it's Clovertax MOA Monday only on Instagram. And Why Volcano Squad's Locked and Loaded on YouTube. At 9 p.m. Eastern, it's Never Enough Ammo, a.k.a. Mr. Matt's Guns and Geeks podcast, The Week in Geek. 10 p.m. Eastern, every other week, it's Intentionally Left Blank. And every weeknight at midnight Eastern, it's The Daily Gun Show. Also, check out GunTube.org as a free unrestricted Pro 2A video platform. Also, check out their IndieGoGo for some much-needed upgrades. For cool and unique swag like you see here on this patch panel, go over to GearWebsites.com. And remember, a hot dog is a sandwich, a Slim Jim is candy, and keep your guns hurled and your chambers loaded.
Did you just shoot your refrigerator?
No, I was cleaning off the desk and I found those plastic training caps.
Oh.
Figured we'd end the show with a bang.
Mia, what do you... Oh, because I got bitched at. Yeah, that guy was an asshole. Had nothing to do with me. That dude was a dick. All right, so that's it. Thanks for watching. Check us out next week. Thank you.
Have a good night, everybody.
Take it easy, guys.
Cheerio, ta-ta, toodaloo, so long,
See
see
you
you
next
later,
time.
hasta Luigi, hasta luego,
Hasta Luigi. There you go.
Down on pee and fridge!
hasta
No
spumante.
pee and cold dog.